church service. Rachel, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hey, how's it going, IK? How's it going? Hey, what's up, Ash? What's up? How's it doing? How's it doing? What's up, Lucy? How's it going, everyone? What's up, Anne? What's up, Jenny? Wow. That sure is a person in my chat. Hey, what's up? How's it going? How's it going, Cogito? What's up, J Dollar Sign? Thank you so much, KO. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Make sure you're double tapping on that screen. If you're in that guest request box, make sure that you are 18 or older, that you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and that you have an argument which does not involve personal experience. KO, thank you so much. Appreciate that. With that, we'll go to the very next guest. Very first guest. W Discord indeed. It's really fun seeing people in the Discord and then over here. Hey, what's up? How's it going?
What's good?
Hey, how old are you?
20.
What year were you born?
2005.
Chat, is this real? What year did you graduate high school?
You said what?
What year did you graduate high school?
In 2017.
2017. Okay. Well, no. I mean, there it is, right? So just keep on double tapping on that screen, sharing it with your friends. Hello?
Hello.
You are definitely not 18 or older. You got to be 18 or older. If you sound like a fetus, you're getting removed. Dank, thank you so much. Appreciate that. You have to actually be the age that I say that you need to be. Otherwise, I'm gonna remove you and move on to the next person, who hopefully is the age. So only request to join if you are 18 or older. You gotta be 18 or older. You must believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran. I'm not really interested in a vague, vacuous, spiritual debate about fucking nonsense. And you also need an argument which doesn't involve personal experience. I'm super uninterested in discussing any like personal experience with you. And also, if I kick you off for being too young and then you show up back in the guest request box, I'm blocking you. Don't do that. I'm setting a very clear boundary that I'm only looking to talk to people who are 18 or older for personal reasons, but also for like TikTok TOS reasons. And if you can't respect that boundary, then I'm gonna block you. So make sure you're double tapping on that screen, sharing it with your friends, doing all that good stuff. Let's try to get this in front of as many people as we can, and let's see if we can't get the first guest on up here. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Okay, on to the next one. But make sure you're dropping that follow, trying to get this in front of as many people as you can. If you want to support the stream, Venmo's allegedly -Ian, and the Cash App is just allegedly Ian. What's up? How's it going?
Yeah, you're right, mate.
Yeah, doing well. How old are you?
18.
Yeah, what religion?
Muslim.
Okay, what's your strongest argument for the existence of God that does not involve personal experience?
I'd probably say, I don't know, maybe that, would you say, because you don't believe in God, would you say that you'd believe in an infinite chain of dependency?
Yeah, I think that time has always existed. That change has always existed, as is indicated by the quantum eternity theorem and quantum physics.
I'm not aware of that theory.
Yeah, so essentially what it states is that if there's a non-zero amount of energy in the universe, that the universe has always existed and been changing. It's just a corollary from the Schrodinger's equations in quantum physics as well. So that just indicates that the universe has always existed. Rosie, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So when you get the idea that something has always existed, yeah, but you don't believe in, like, what's it, like a smart mind, like, I don't know, like a knowledgeable mind behind everything? Or do you think everything just came from a mindless thing?
Well, if everything has always existed, then it didn't come from anywhere. There's always been something, and that something has just changed.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if something has always been there, like you're saying, I'm not disagreeing that something has always been there, yeah? But I'm saying, why couldn't that thing be an all-intelligent being, which is God?
The reason why it
Which,
couldn't be an all-intelligent being like God is because God can't possibly create time, because a creation itself is an act that requires time to already exist, which means that you can't create time, because if you create time, that means that time already existed, but of course it didn't exist because you hadn't yet created it, which means that there would be a contradiction entailed by God creating time.
but so where do you think time came from then?
I think it's always existed. I think these things have always existed. Insofar as there's been change, then there's also been time, because
Why couldn't
change
God always
involves
exist?
two states, at least two states. And the reason why these two states are not just the same state is because they exist at different times.
But couldn't God always exist just like time?
But God can't create time, which means that God can't create the universe.
Why can't God create time?
So, because creation requires time. In order to create, you must have time, because creation is a change of states. A change of states involves at least two states, and in order for these two states to not be the same state, they must exist at different times.
But this is God. We're not talking about something that we can comprehend here. You're
Oh, then
explaining
God
this
is nonsense.
something
God's
as if we could
illogical.
comprehend it. Pardon?
Yeah, so then the reason why God doesn't exist is just because he's illogical. Can God make a rock that's so heavy he can't lift it?
That would contradict his own what is it? His own being. You know
Yeah,
what I
so
mean?
would making time. Making time would also be illogical. But if God is just so much above us, then that's no problem.
But you can't go back in your using your logic that time always existed, but it's not. But it's not independent because it doesn't have its own mind. You can't keep going back and saying, "Oh, this thing's dependent on this thing," because if you have that infinite chain of dependency, it's impossible. It's illogical. That theory itself is illogical to keep going back in itself. So it has to stop somewhere with something that is independent on its own and can
Yeah, wait,
survive on
so
its own.
yeah, you have no ability to call anything illogical when you were literally saying point blank that your God is illogical, that your God can create time, which is a logical contradiction, as you acknowledged earlier, which means that like you literally have like a worldview being illogical isn't a deal breaker for you, clearly. So I'm just not sure what the point of saying that my worldview is illogical.
I don't understand. Where did I say he's illogical? You brought up
Because
a
I
point and I
explained
said
to
that.
you. I explained to you
Let's
why
carry
God
on,
couldn't
carry on.
make time, and you said, well, God is just like way above us. In other words, like God just doesn't make sense to us. God can violate logical laws if he can make time, because because creation itself requires a change of states. A change of states requires at least two states, and the only thing that allows for the existence of at least two states of reality is time. Otherwise, they would be the same state if they existed at the same time.
Well, I don't believe in God the way the Christians do, where he's a living contradiction, where he becomes a limited being and is also an unlimited being. I don't believe in that contradiction.
Do you think I said that you do?
No, I'm just explaining myself, mate.
Yeah, wait, so what do you think that responds to in my argument?
Which was
Yeah, okay, wait, I'll just walk you through it. So, do you agree that creation is a change of states?
creation is a change of states.
Yeah.
You got to run me through that, mate.
Yeah, so when we create something, there's the before state where the thing doesn't exist, and then there's the after state where the thing does exist.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Obviously, yeah.
Do you agree that a change of states requires a sequence of states? That
Uh,
there's like some ordering to it, that there's like the before and the after state, and these progress from before to after, that there's a sequence?
I mean, the before state would be that it didn't exist, and then the
Yep.
after state would be it did. I don't
Yep.
think with God. I don't think with God there's any in between. I
Yep.
think
Yeah,
God
so
says
there's
it
a
exists, and that's it.
yeah, so is there a sequence between the states where it at first didn't exist and then after it did exist? Is there like a sequence there? Does that progress in a sequential order?
Apart from God saying it be, then I don't think so. I don't think a
Oh,
middle
wait,
sequence.
so then you're not sure which one came first, the first state or the second state?
No, the first state it didn't exist. The second state it did. The Earth didn't exist. Now it does. That's the second state.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, so state one is that it doesn't exist, and then state two is that it does exist.
Yeah.
So does one of
Like
these
God
states
is
come
like
first?
You know a Minecraft table, yeah?
Not really. No, I don't play very many video
Anyway, yeah,
games.
so
But
to
do
make a
you?
crafting table, to make other stuff, you need 4 planks of wood, yeah? But we don't need to go through that. God doesn't need to go through that process.
Wait. I'm not sure what you think you're responding to, but I'm just trying to walk you through this argument because I need to get you to accept that the creation, that this like change of states requires a sequence of states, that there's some ordering to them, that it's not possible for there to have been time and then God created time and there wasn't time. That's a nonsensical ordering.
But God is unlimited. That is putting limitations on the power of God.
So then God is
For your own mortal understanding, you know what I mean?
So then God's nonsense is what you're saying. Effectively, what you're saying, like point blank, is that God is nonsense.
I mean,
God is nonsensical.
something that is infinite can't be comprehended by the human mind. You can agree to that, yeah?
Oh wait, then that just puts you right back there with the rock. That if you agree that God is illogical, then you have no basis for saying that God couldn't make a rock that's so heavy he
He's
can't
not
lift
illogical.
it,
It's
and
just
that
we
God
can't
couldn't.
comprehend. But he brings
So
us parameters that we can comprehend.
what does it mean to be illogical?
Illogical,
Yeah,
something to go against logic.
yeah. And does God go against logic?
To human logic, yes.
Oh, so then to
But
us he
we're
is
limited.
illogical.
No, but we're limited.
Yeah. But so then you would agree to us he's
What,
illogical.
compared to infinite logic, he's not illogical, is he?
I don't know what infinite logic means. There's
It's
just
logic
laws of
that's
logic.
infinite. It's
What is
logic that's
infinite
infinite.
logic? What units does logic work with?
Logic that's
Isn't
infinite
numbers. You
works with
can't count
infinity,
it
my
like
friend.
1, 2, 3 up to infinity. I'm not sure what you mean by infinite logic. That's a meaningless sentence to me.
It's
I don't
logic
think you
that's
know what that
infinite, my
means either.
friend. If you put the logic before the infinite, it kind of defies it itself. The logic that's infinite.
Logic isn't a counting thing. You can't count logic up to infinity. That is on face nonsense. Logic is a rule, or logic's a set of
That's a
rules
skill
governing
issue, mate. That's a
coherence.
skill issue.
You either cohere to the rules or you don't cohere to the rules. It's really that simple. It's either yes, you are logical, no, you are not logical. Your logic doesn't have like a value associated with it.
But
It's not
God
like
made
you
the
have like
rules.
10
That's what
logic
I'm
or
saying.
20 logic or infinity logic. That's just
But
nonsense.
that's what I'm saying, mate. I'm saying that God is beyond everything we can comprehend, yeah? He made logic. He defies logic. He everything that we live by, yeah? He is the one that like gave us the parameters to even comprehend anything. You know what I mean?
So if he defies logic, then we have a word for that. Illogical. If God defies logic, then he is illogical. So can God make a rock that's so heavy he can't lift it?
No. Like I said, I don't believe in contradictions.
Oh, wait, but that's just human logic. I thought God could exceed human logic.
Yeah, but he can't defy himself. He can't make something that he can't do. Because I just
Oh,
can
wait,
God
so could he
see through himself? That's just
Gotcha. Wait, so
illogical. That's just
could he make a
contradiction to his
sword which
name.
can cut through everything and a shield that can't be cut through?
Wait, repeat the first bit?
Can God make a sword which can cut through everything and a shield that can't be cut through?
That'd be pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, so then could you take the sword which cuts through everything and swing it at the shield that can't be cut through?
I mean, imagine them paired together. That'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, that's like really cool, but could you swing one at the other?
Not really,
Oh, why not?
because you won't be able to cut it.
Oh, wait, so he failed at making a sword which can cut through everything because he can't cut the shield.
What if he just made this shield cuttable?
Yeah, so then the sword can't cut through everything. So then God failed, God's not all powerful, and God doesn't exist.
Wait, hold on. No, what if just allowed the sword to cut the shield?
That's just changing the hypothetical. I'm asking about a sword which can cut through everything and a
Hypothetical, so
shield which
bringing a
can't be cut through.
non-existent situation.
But it's talking about possibility. The only way to understand all powerful is through hypotheticals, that he has the power to do anything which is possible. So we're just asking, well, is it possible for him to do this? Well, then can you do this? As a result, like, could he possibly make a sword and a shield with these properties, and then could you cut one through the other? Like, your God is just foundationally illogical. If he exceeds logic, then he is illogical. I mean, If you don't understand that, then I think unironically you might just be too blinded to it by
No, I
faith or
just the
whatever to
whole
notice the
the
fact
whole
that you are like
thing,
very
yeah.
clearly just stating over and over again that it's illogical.
No. I don't really care what you think I'm stating, yeah. But pretty much, you're the one that's blind. You realize that, yeah.
Well, because my worldview
Like you've
coheres
got
to logic,
glasses and you're
whereas your
still
worldview
the prescription's
violates
still not
logic.
helping you.
Wait, because my worldview coheres to logic, and your worldview violates logic. So
Not
that's
really.
the
Like you've
difference.
even
Well,
got
yes,
glasses and you still
really.
can't see it, my friend.
Yes, really, because you think that a change of states doesn't require a sequence of states. You think it's coherent that time could not exist, or that time could exist, and then God could create time, and then time could not exist, and that could be the progression. You think that that's a sensible progression. That's nonsense. The only sensible progression is that time doesn't exist, and then God creates it, and then time does exist. Any other progression is just silly.
But to say that something that has no like intelligent being behind everything, whilst we have produced from a non-intelligent thing, but we've become intelligent from nothing, is just
We
stupid
didn't
to me.
become intelligent from nothing. We became intelligent from natural selection, as all the evidence available to us suggests.
But where did it come from?
Where did natural selection come from?
Where
It's
did
just a
all of it come
basic
from?
basic rules of statistics, right? That if you are more likely to survive and reproduce because of your traits and your genetics, then you're going to be more likely to survive and reproduce. That the things that are good at survival and reproduction are going to be more likely to survive and reproduce.
Yeah, but like look at us, yeah. You're walking in a desert, yeah. Let's use a hypothetical real quick. A possibility. I know you like to use them, yeah. So we're walking through a
Yeah.
desert. We're walking through a desert, yeah. And you see a phone on the floor. You've never seen one in your life, but you assume there's someone created it, yeah. Because of how advanced it is, you couldn't just make that without any, like, just off the bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's because we know where phones come from, but we don't know where universes come from, which
Yeah, but
means that we
hold on. Let me
can know
finish, mate.
that somebody made the phone, but we can't know that somebody made the
Yeah,
universe.
quit yapping.
Additionally, if
I'm
your
still talking.
standard,
Quit yapping.
wait, because if your standard is literally just, well, every time we've seen a phone before, it's been created. Well, every time we've seen a mind, it's had a body, which means that by this logic, we would actually
Yeah, but you're
conclude
not
that God
understanding the
doesn't
hypothetical,
exist.
mate. You're not understanding the hypothetical. I just said you've never seen a phone before.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So the
All right,
way
so
that I
stop
would come to
yapping.
the
Let me
conclusion,
finish. Stop yapping, okay? All
sure.
right,
I mean, I
so
already understand it, but go for it.
yeah, okay, and now, yeah. So the phone, you've never seen it, and then you have to say, "Oh, look at this! Someone made it," yeah. And then you look at your friend Jason, yeah, and you're like, "Sheesh, that guy just popped out." That's it. No one has made that guy. Nothing intelligent. Like, look at us. We're not gonna be able to recreate a human like that.
I don't think that that's how humans came about. I think you're a
Nah,
little
that's
bit
what you think,
confused.
mate. That's what you think.
Wait. So let's. You seem to be confused. So allow me to clear this up for you.
Helen,
I
no,
don't
I'm
think
not gonna
that
calm it down, buddy.
humans. Shh. I think that humans just came from evolution. I don't think they just poofed into existence one day, but rather over a course of billions of years, humans arose out of an evolutionary process. That's what literally all of the evidence seems to suggest.
Evolution, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to be from a monkey, that's up to you, yeah.
That's
Shut
not
up,
what
Daniel.
evolution thinks.
Anyway,
But
yeah.
so
So
I have
if you
a
want to be from a
question for
monkey,
you
so
that I
yeah,
know you don't have the answer
you can
for.
scratch your ass crack, yeah. That's up to
Yeah,
you.
wait. So I
But
got
I'm
a
saying,
question for you. So if we don't share a common
okay, mate.
ancestor with great apes, i.e., we didn't come from evolution, then why is our second chromosome a fusion of the 2A and 2B chromosomes held by the other great apes? You have no answer. You have no idea.
I mean, you're missing a chromosome, mate.
Waka. But do you
So
actually want
that's
to
not really
engage with the
applying to you.
question, or do you want to admit that you have no idea, that you're way out of your depth?
Maybe they're male and female, mate.
What was my question?
Male and female.
What was my question?
You said, why does the monkey? You said, why does the monkey have X chromosome and Y chromosome?
No, you're confused. So let me ask this again. So Our second chromosome is not our X or our Y chromosome. It's a completely separate chromosome.
Yeah, and I just wanna
So
mention,
wait.
yeah,
I'm
you've got
already
some
trying to
crazy
get you
grades
to
in here, mate.
get you to understand. You're already very confused. I think it's going to be a mistake to go to more places without clearing up this confusion
Yeah,
for you.
stop yapping and
So
explain it then.
so we have chromosomes, right? We have like 46 of them. We have our second chromosome. The other great apes have 47 of them. Our second chromosome is a fusion of their 2A and 2B chromosomes. This indicates to me that we had a
Interesting.
common ancestor with them. So how do you explain the fact that our second chromosome is a fusion of the 2A and 2B chromosome?
I explain it, yeah. Pretty much, some guy wrote that down. I've never seen it.
So the scientists are just lying?
Your source, can I explain what your source is? I just found your source here, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me if
Well,
this
I
is
don't
the right
know.
website. No, hold on, I just want...
It's
tell
not
me
like
if
a
this is the right
website. It's
website.
just like a scientific fact, but go for it.
Yeah, hold on, I'm just gonna read the website. It's like, hold on. It's trust me on this one, bro. .com, yeah? Is this the
No,
one?
if you want the source, I
Or
can
is it this one?
gladly give
Stop
it to you.
yapping, Ian.
Yeah, let's go to
Oh, no, I just read it. It's the trust me on this one, bro.
fusion of 2A, 2B.
But what do you think would happen if we combined a pear and an apple?
So wait. So the source is going to be bmcgenomics.biomedcentral.com. The article is going to be revised time estimation of the ancestral human chromosome 2 fusion.
Oh, I'm sure you'd like to hear me cry, wouldn't you, darling?
What are you talking about? You're weird.
Oh no, I'm getting rizzed up by the comment section right here. Oh, can you explain something to me real quick?
If you wanna be weird to the comments, I'd be happy to send you back there. But do you want to engage with the source, or would
It's
you
alright.
like to keep on being intellectually dishonest?
I mean, you're the one that was intellectually molested as a child, my friend.
Oh, you think? Do you think that you're doing well in this discussion? You don't even know that you're covering your microphone right now.
I'm not covering it. My phone is in the sky.
Yeah? Do you think that you've done well? Do you think that is there
Yeah.
any point that you think you've done remotely well on in this discussion?
Do you think you've done well?
Absolutely. I think that you've gotten torn in half on every single point, that you've had to flee, you've had to resort to insults because you can't actually engage with the substance of the matter. You can't understand basic questions
Why?
because you're not only is your position bad, but your position is bad and you're stupid. That's why you've done bad in this discussion.
Okay.
Chevy, thank
That's
you
very-
so much for the 7-cent subscriptions. I
Hail
appreciate it.
Satan,
Welcome to the community.
666.
Anyone
Let's
who got
go,
it.
let's go, guys. Keep spamming that, guys. When you hail Satan, who you hailing, mate?
A fictional character. Good question.
Fictional character, yeah.
Yeah, fictional
Okay.
character.
That's very interesting.
Benjamin,
Do you-
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Appreciate
So
it,
do you have
Benjamin. Keep going.
Do you have an argument,
No,
or
I'm
do you
here
want
to
to keep
support you
on
now.
crying?
Huh?
You're on like the verge of tears right now. Just calm down, bro. Yeehaw! Thank you so much. Perfectly appreciate it.
What in the earth of acousticness was that, my friend?
I don't know. I like to thank people. I'm a
Okay.
simple person. I see a cowboy hat and I yeehaw.
I mean, you're not very simple. You're
I
simple-minded.
don't
that's it.
expect you to understand the American ways.
American, okay, yeah.
What, like the life of a
Trisha, thank you so much for the $6.66 on Venmo. Hail Trisha. Hail 666. Hail Satan. Big W Trisha in that comment section. I appreciate the hell out of that. Thank you so much.
Man, your comments.
You got an argument, or do you just have more tears? Because if it's just more tears, then I might need to move on to the next guest. But if you have an argument, maybe I can ask you another simple question.
Okay,
If
ask
God
me a
made
simple
us,
question.
if
Ask me a
God made
simple
us
question.
and God is perfect, then why is 85% of our DNA completely useless?
85% of our DNA is useless.
Yes,
Then why are you worried about it if we're not using it?
because it takes resources away from our cells, because it infects and damages the useful parts of our DNA. That's why. Ethene, thank you so much for the $6.66 on Venmo. Hail, Ethene.
Wait, so what's the
Hail,
problem with God about this for?
666. Hail, Satan. Big W, Ethene. I appreciate the hell out of you. And these useless elements, they damage our the useful parts of our DNA, and they lead to grotesque disorders, like one that causes 2-year-olds to attempt to gouge their own eyes out. So why would God do that?
I've never tried to gouge my eyes out when I was 2.
Yeah, but some people do because they have Lesch-Nyhan syndrome.
That's their problem, mate.
Why would God do that to them?
I mean, if someone is born with an illness, yeah, like whatever, yeah, we believe in Islam that they will be judged differently to anyone. Their life was made harder as a test. Yeah,
That's so
their
nice. Why the
parameters-
fuck would
hold on, their parameter of being judged is a lot more lenient.
yeah, but why would they inflict that like horror upon the parents? Can you imagine how horrific it must be to be a parent and have a 2-year-old child who's attempting to gouge their own eyes out? And why couldn't this person be tested without this?
They're trying to kill themselves.
You're covering your
Keep
mic.
knives away from the child. I'd say they have to keep the child away from knives.
No,
That's a
because
sin.
it's any sharp object, even their own hands and fingers, they'll attempt to use just compulsively. Why would a loving God ever do that to anyone? That's crazy.
Annabelle's yapping, mate. Get your TikTok knowledge out of here, bro.
Damn, we got a yapping Yolanda over here. No substantive answer. Can't engage with the horrors that you're committed to. So instead, you need to resort to insults, which are really quite weak.
I'm not insulting
I'd
anybody,
be
my
pretty
friend.
mad too
I'd
if
like
my
to- I'd
prophet
like
was
to
a
think I'm
pedophile.
quite
I'm not gonna
humble.
lie.
A pedophile.
A pedophile, yeah.
Who came to him for the marriage? Answer the question. Who came to him for the marriage?
Wait, do you think if a child comes to somebody else, or if like a child's parents come to somebody else, that makes it okay to
Alright,
fuck
answer
a
this question.
child?
Answer this
Do
question
you
then.
wait?
Okay,
in
mate.
what scenario do you think it's okay to fuck a child?
Hold on. Can I answer the question? Or are
Yeah,
you
go
gonna
for it.
yap in front of me? Alright. Who is Aisha? Answer the question. Who is Aisha?
Yeah, she was Muhammad's victim and favorite wife.
No, hold on. No, she wasn't her favorite wife.
She was. This is.
No, it was
I
his
think
first
maybe you're just
wife.
not well read up enough on your own religion. He would only
Show me
pray
hadith
around
where he
her.
claims
He
that was-
died
No.
right next to her. He would bathe with her. She
Maybe
was
he
his
died
favorite
right
wife.
next to her because his favorite wife was dead, mate. Khadija radiallahu anha was his favorite wife. His first
No,
wife.
it's like it's pretty well known
Yeah, stop
that she
yapping,
was his
mate.
favorite
It's not
wife.
well known. If it was well known,
I
I
just
would know
think
it.
you're a little bit confused, but still, of course,
No.
none of the
Anyway,
skips and
Who was
accounts.
Aisha? Who was
Still,
Aisha?
wait. She was
who was
she was
she?
a child that your prophet fucked.
Who was she?
Raped.
Who was she? That's
She
not
was a
her.
child who your prophet raped.
No. Answer the question. Who was she? Not about.
She was
what
a
that
child who your prophet raped.
Okay,
She was
so
Muhammad's
let's
victim.
see. During his lifetime,
Muhammad,
during
peace
his
be upon
lifetime-
him.
So during his lifetime, she led an army. She was a medic. She was a doctor during the Battle of Badr, Battle of Al Khunduk, and all of those battles. Yeah. If you want to live in this pocketed world where you believe that a child that has no knowledge, yeah, if you believe a child from back then has the same like missing chromosome brain as yours, yeah, that's fine. I know you don't have half the brain of a donkey, half a brain cell of a donkey, yeah, but that's fine. Yeah?
Do you think
If you want to believe that a child that has no worldly knowledge, yeah,
do you think it's ethical to
at the
have
age
sex
of
with
her
a
age, yeah,
9-year-old?
she was more knowledgeable than you. She
Oh,
converted
she
so
was
many
really
men.
mature for her age.
Yeah, and but women,
You're a
but women
pedophile. You're a pedophile. You're running
women-
pedophilia apologetics. You literally just said Aisha was mature for her age. Do you think it's ethical to sleep with a 9-year-old? Fuck.
Well, hold on.
bring proof. Yeah,
She wrote the hadith.
yeah, she did write the hadith. She converted men. She was a doctor. Not even you right now could heal me. You couldn't even heal your mom if she was dying, mate. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but you know what? Do you know what I would
Right?
never do?
But she
Do you know what I
did.
would never do? Sleep
I
with a
don't really care.
9-year-old.
I don't really care. Good for you, mate. Good for you.
Yeah.
Right?
I
But I
mean,
don't
what
really
about
ask.
you? Would you? Do you think it's ethical to sleep with 9-year-olds?
What, today?
Ever? Do you think it's ever been ethical to sleep with 9-year-olds?
Not
They,
But do you think it
no.
was ever
The
ethical to sleep
9-year-old
with
today,
9-year-olds?
they
Do you
toilet,
think
mate.
pedophilia was ever morally
Mate, if someone
acceptable?
says skibbery toilet, yeah, I'm not sleeping with them, mate.
That's really nice. Do you think that it was ever
I'm
morally
already saying
acceptable
no,
to
love.
sleep with
You
a
need to tell me say
9-year-old?
no.
Do you think it was ever morally acceptable to sleep with a 9-year-old?
Morally,
Ever? Yes. This is a
it
really
was
easy
back then.
question. I don't know why you're struggling.
In any time before probably 1850s, I just said yes.
Wait, so let's say I take you back in a
I
time
just said yes.
machine.
Then.
I take you back in a time machine to 1700. Are you gonna sleep with a child?
But I'm not from that
What if
time.
she's really mature for her age?
Then sure, why not?
What the fuck? What the fuck? That's crazy. What the fuck? Let's get this guy's home address or something. No, I'm kidding. That's crazy. What the fuck? Okay. Whack. Yeah, sorry y'all had to endure that. Sleeping with children is bad, actually. But if you're in that guest request box, make sure that you're 18 or older, that you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and you have an argument which does not involve personal experience. If you don't meet that criteria, I'm not going to talk to you. With that, we'll go to the very next guest. Yeah, someone call Chris Hansen, indeed. Daniel, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, I think that's like the real Islamic.
Dumb bitch, God is real.
Oh, so is puberty. Come back after. On to the next guest. Josh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. And Daniel, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Shy Prince, are you there?
I'm here.
How-
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 30.
Yeah, what religion?
How about you?
I'm 23. I only ask for TikTok terms of service reasons. So what religion are you?
Respect. Yeah, I'm Muslim as well.
Okay,
And
what's your... Yeah, go for it.
go on.
Well, what's your strongest argument for the existence of God that does not involve personal experience?
I mean, just have you read the Quran? Is my question to you.
No, but I do know, I've read enough of it to know that there are like huge logical contradictions in it.
Well, it is all based on interpretation, correct? Do you know how the Quran came to the planet?
Oh, I know. I'm familiar with your story of how it came to the planet. But the way I think it came to the planet is that some dude made it up one day.
Okay. I mean, look, you're entitled to your own opinion. And I won't say you're right or wrong. However, it's a lot of things that are in the Quran are scientifically proven.
Yeah, and lots of them are
So if you're
scientifically
saying,
disproven.
so
Thank
give
you
me
so
an
much.
example.
Yeah, so it says that the prostate is between the spine and the rib cage. The prostate is not between the spine and the rib cage. There's a verse that says that we all come from spurting fluid between the spine and the rib cage. But that's not true. What that's referring to, of course, is semen, which comes from the prostate. It does not come from between the spine and the rib cage.
Okay, well, are you familiar with the medical terminology?
In what regard? I'm familiar with some medical terminology.
Some medical terminology. Okay, so it could be interpreted that not it smack dab in the middle of the rib cage and spine, but can't it be interpreted that the prostate is in some sense in a different plane in the middle?
No. I mean, if you just want to change what the words mean, what it's
It's
if
interpretation.
what's being said, because everything, by that logic, everything in your body is between the fucking spine and the rib cage. If what you're trying to do is like shift it, which means that that's just
Correct
like a
and
meaning,
incorrect.
like what they're saying is like, well, you come from a spurting fluid that's from the body. Like that's not very
Okay,
insightful at
I
all.
have a question for you then.
Yeah, what's up?
Then this can be loosely interpreted. I know we're talking about God right now, and it goes to it. If I would just, let's say a random person asked you, what is 2 plus 2? What's your answer gonna be?
4.
Convince me.
Okay. So we got
Convince
2.
me.
We got 2. We're gonna take 1 over here, bring 1 over here. And then we're gonna take 1 more over here. We're gonna bring it over here. Ah! We got 4.
No, I don't see 4. I see 5.
Okay, well you better get your vision checked, because I'm holding up 4 fingers.
No, see, well, the point of that is even with Arabic translating to English, there's loose interpretation. There's a loss of interpretation. You're interpreting it one way. Billions of Muslims in the world are interpreting it another way. I'm not saying you're wrong for your opinion.
If I'm holding up 4 fingers and you say there are 5 fingers, there is someone who's wrong. It's you.
Well, you're taking things too literal.
You're saying nonsense.
It's
You're saying that 4 is 5. 4 is not 5.
no. I'm asking you to convince me. I'm not saying you're correct or incorrect. I'm saying, let's, hypothetically speaking, if I was blind, I can't see that there's 4. I don't even know what the concept of 4 is, right?
No, well, wait. You
If I'm
think blind people
uneducated,
don't
if I'm
understand
an
the concept of 4?
I mean, there could be one blind person in the world that doesn't, right? You're not born knowing the
No?
knowledge or accepting the knowledge or the concept
False?
of math.
Yeah, like it's
You
learned
think
from
you're
like a very
born with
young
all this knowledge and we just
blind people learn it just like everyone else learns it. Like they're blind. They don't have like an IQ of 3, right? Like blind people are capable of understanding the concept of 4.
not all of them, not all of them.
I mean, these people would have to be
They've never seen
severely.
it. They've
Are we
never
talking about
they've
people who are
never
like
seen it.
severely mentally handicapped? Because if we're talking about people who are so severely mentally
No,
handicapped that they don't even
you're
understand the
taking things too
concept of
literal.
4, then I actually can't teach these people. I actually can't convince these people that 2 plus 2 equals 4,
Do you
because they
know
don't
the
even
concept of
understand the concept of 4.
okay, respectfully, do you know the concept of religion and faith?
Yeah.
So what is your perception of that?
So I think religion is a cope that helps make life go by easier. I think faith is is pretending to know something that you don't actually know. Neither of these things are things that I need to participate. I'm an adult. I pay
Okay.
taxes. I have a job. I don't need imaginary friends.
Congratulations for that. But listen to this. Just because the religion and faith is not important to you doesn't mean it's not important to someone else. And it's you're making claims that it's unethical and
I don't think I've made
immoral
that
to
claim.
follow.
I think it's silly.
Well,
I
okay,
think
maybe
it's
perceived it
childish.
incorrectly. Okay.
But it's fine to do
All
childish
I'm
things.
saying
It's like
is my
it's childish
perception
to
of
collect
faith.
Transformers, but respect to you if you fucking love
Yeah,
Transformers.
it is. Okay. However, faith is when you close your eyes and you blindly believe.
Yeah, that's not something I'm really interested in
I
doing.
can, no problem, but can I tell you one thing that even if you're interested or not interested in, and you can't even argue with me about this concept,
Yeah, which
The
what do you think?
argument,
I can argue with you
the
about
claim,
anything.
go for it, try to. But the claim is you are a slave.
Oh, that's
Because
not
at the end
true. A
of the day, you will
slave.
die, correct?
Yeah, so a
You're a
slave is
slave
just
to time.
like somebody's legal
You're a
possession.
slave to
I'm
time.
nobody's legal
You're a slave
possession.
to Allah, or
Therefore, I'm
you're a slave
not
to
a
Satan.
slave. Allah doesn't exist. Satan doesn't exist. Yeah,
Wow.
this is like a really
So time doesn't exist either?
that's not I don't think I said time doesn't exist. Wait, so
I'm asking you.
because these
I'm
imaginary
asking you.
friends don't exist, does that mean that this real thing that you actually experience doesn't exist? No. Time exists, but God
Look,
and Satan don't
one day on the day
exist.
of judgment, or maybe on this planet, you will realize, or you might not admit it, and it's okay. That's not a problem. You know what? Because at the end of the day, even my own uncle gave up the religion, but he's not
Based?
making
Double
such
you
claims
uncle?
that you're. Is that you ringing?
What?
No,
I hope
I think
not.
it's that's just the church next door.
Oh,
That's great. That's interesting. I guess it's prayer time, but whatever.
okay.
No, I mean, okay. To each their own. I respect your opinion. However, you can't say things are factual when they're not.
Wait. Which thing have I wrongly claimed to be factual?
You claim that the prophet was a pedophile.
Oh, yeah, that's true. How old was
That's your
Aisha?
interpretation.
How old was Aisha?
Were you there? Did you know that he slept with her?
Well, she said that, and it's
He
corroborated
told
by
you,
all the other hadiths that Aisha was his favorite
and you were
wife.
there when the hadiths were written.
You believe in the
You're a
hadiths?
firm
It's an
believer.
internal critique.
I never said I believe in the hadiths. I said I'm
Oh,
a
then you're
Muslim. I
going to
never said
hell if you don't believe in the hadiths.
that's not true.
The
There's only 5
hadiths.
pillars of Islam, and none of them say anything about the hadiths.
Gotcha.
And
Wait,
you
so
don't
you
even
just
know
you just
which sect.
disregard the hadiths?
I don't disregard anything. I take knowledge for what it is for. It's for
Gotcha. So what do you take from the
interpretation. It's for
hadiths? When the
knowledge.
hadiths say that
You read maybe
Aisha was
two.
married at
You
6
maybe
and
read 2
consummated at
ayats,
9.
and you're taking a conceptual ideology and trying to turn it into a literal. You can't do that. It's not
It's
possible.
Aisha literally claims this herself. It's Aisha is the one who's claiming it.
So she told you that. That's
She
what
wrote
she
the
wrote.
fucking
How do you know
book.
that she wrote
Yeah.
it and somebody else didn't speak for her on her behalf?
She wrote
It's
the
called his
book.
story, right?
She
His story.
authored
How do you know?
like thousands of
Prove
hadiths.
it. Prove it.
She's the fucking author. This isn't contested
Prove
by
it.
anyone. Nobody contests this.
Can you prove that though? Can you
If
prove
you wanna go into
Yes
like a
or
deep
no?
dive,
It's a
are you
yes or
interested in
no
going on?
question.
We can
It's a
go on a
yes or
deep
no.
dive into this if you really want. If you want to waste everyone's time
No,
to
I
find
just
out
need
how
a
we
yes
know
or
that
no. I
Aisha
just
actually
need a
wrote
yes
it.
or no. And
Where yeah, that's
I
fine. Yeah, we'll just for you, we'll go into the deep dive.
no, it's not just for me, my
Aisha.
brother. It's a case
No,
of
it is
it's
just
for
for you because this is a
knowledge
ridiculous standard. But yeah, let's do it. I have no
It's really
problem
not
with
though.
this. Okay. Narrating 112 hadiths. This is going to be true according to Islamiyat.
What's that? What's the credibility of that? Have you ever heard of
Islamiyat, a
them?
core text for students. Text for students. Yeah, the credibility of this is that it comes from Oxford.
Oh wow, that Oxford is so credible. They've never burnt any books or filtered any information, correct?
Well, I'll tell you what they've never done. They've never fucked a 9-year-old.
Yeah, and you're not 100% certain that the prophet did either.
No, we are. And even if we're not 100% certain, we still have the
Really not.
overwhelming totality of evidence.
That's your interpretation.
Yeah,
That's your
wait. So what do you?
interpretation of it.
That's so. What's your interpret? When Aisha says, I was 6 when we married and 9 when we consummated. What's your interpretation of that?
It doesn't have to be a physical consummation.
Yeah, wait, but I just want to know what your interpretation is. What's your interpretation when Aisha claims that they had sex when she was 9? What's your interpretation?
That's she's not even claim. How can she claim something?
She wrote the fucking
that didn't
hadith.
happen?
What's your interpretation
So
of
you
that?
read it. You read the hadith
Yes, but what's your
in
interpretation
Arabic.
of that?
You can read Arabic.
No, of course not.
And you
But
read
what's
her
your
handwriting.
no, I
Okay,
haven't read it
thank
in
you very much.
Arabic. I haven't read it in Arabic, but I've read the translation. So what's your interpretation of it? He ran away. No way. Do you actually think you did well? You got torn in half, buddy. Was that your big finish? I don't know why you're like giving your victory speech after you just got torn in half. I accept your surrender though. Folded like a chair, scrambled like an omelet, reformatted like a hard drive, get your ankles absolutely shattered. You will never debate again. But make sure you're double tapping on that screen, sharing it with your friends. If you're in that guest request box, make sure that you're 18 or older, that you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and you have an argument which does not involve personal experience. That will go to the next guest. Make sure you're dropping that follow, and if you want to support the stream, Venmo's allegedly -Ian. Cash App is just allegedly Ian. What's up? How's it going? How old are you?
I'm 19.
That's the biggest cap I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm 19. Probably much higher than that. Oop, I accept your surrender. Folded like a chair, scrambled like an omelet, reformatted like a hard drive, get your ankles absolutely shattered. You will never debate again. If you want to join the community, as many already have, and you're 18 or older, there's a link to the Discord in my bio. Hey, what's up, Jordan? Oh, you have too much of an echo for me. I'm moving to the next one. Yeah, if you're in that guest request box, make sure that you're 18 or older, that you have an argument which does not involve personal experience, and that you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran. How's it going, Katie? What's up?
Hi.
You're not 18 or older. Come on. You gotta be 18 or older. If you sound like a fetus, you're getting aborted. Sorry. Them's the rules. Hey, what's up? How's it going? McGraw?
Oh, yes, hi.
Hey.
Sorry, I was
how
making a
old
cup
are
of
you?
coffee. On the front of what you were saying before, where sperm comes from,
Are you Muslim?
I'm Christian.
Oh, so that's we're just talking about, that only applies to the Muslim God.
Oh, yeah. So what I was going to say is when you were corrected, you were a little wrong. It doesn't come from where you said it came from.
Would you prefer like it comes from like the testicles? Is that the description that you're looking for?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, the semen does come from a different part. The sperm comes from the testicles, and there's a part where the semen comes from. It's behind the.
Yeah, this is wait. But do you have an argument for why God exists? If you're not Muslim, and I'm not really interested. Either way, the book is wrong. In fact, that actually makes it more wrong.
Yeah. So what you have to understand is religion is just faith.
Oh,
It's
well, I don't
purely
really care
faith,
about
and if you don't have the faith, you're not going to understand it. So you seem like a nice guy and all, but
no, I don't. But that doesn't really seem like an argument. Do you have an argument?
No, there's no argument because.
Okay. Well, I'll just move on to the next one. Appreciate you coming on up. If you're in that guest request box, make sure that you're 18 or older, that you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and that you have an argument which does not involve personal experience. If you don't do that, I'm not going to talk to you. Make sure you're dropping that follow, double tapping on that screen. We're almost to 50k likes. If you want to support the stream, Venmo's allegedly -Ian. Cash App is just allegedly Ian. What's up, Thomas? How's it going?
It's going great. How are you today?
Doing well. How old are you?
I'm 34.
And what religion?
I really don't practice a certain religion, but I do believe in God, and I do know He's real by my
Do you
stories and
believe in
my accounts and my
Jesus?
trials and tribulations.
Yeah, I'm not interested
Jesus,
in
I
your
do believe He was
trials
an
and your
actual.
accounts
I
and
do
your
believe He.
tribulations. But you have an
Well,
argument
yeah, you
which does
are. I'm
not.
supposed to tell you if. Oh, hold on. I do have an argument. I do believe that
Yeah.
Jesus did exist. Yes, sir. But your whole premise behind you is right. If God is real, if you think God is real, join. I'm trying to tell you through how I know how He's real. So how is that not relevant to your
Yeah,
argument?
because I'm not.
So you're already
so what
canceling me
I'm.
out before I even have the chance to tell you why God is real. No, see,
So
exactly.
what I'm
So
what
I'm
I'm
gonna
int-
end this with God is real, and through my
Wait,
trials
you're
and
about
tribulations
to
in my
run away,
life,
but what
you can
I'm
cancel me all you
trying
want,
to
and
don't
so is
run.
Jesus.
We got a
So
running Randy.
ain't
A
nobody running.
cowardly Carl
You're
over
shutting
here.
me up.
Yeah, wait, because I'm just trying to explain
Yeah,
this to
cowardly
you.
Carl.
Yes, I'm just trying to explain this to
Okay,
you.
explain to
So,
me
what
the
I'm
argument.
looking
How
for
to
is
debate.
debates,
Do
and
that.
personal experiences are not debatable. Yeehaw! Thank you so much, Trinity. Appreciate it.
They're verifiable facts.
Wait, so can I
You can't
read like the
argue
study?
something that it
Can
won't.
I read this study on it? Where are the verifiable facts? Let me see them. Which website can
a
I
study on me?
externally view
Yeah,
these on?
I'm testifying to you.
Wait. I don't want
Do you
that
know
because
me as a
that's a
liar?
personal anecdote. But what I want is something that's verifiable.
So how does science work when you get a fact? You have two witnesses, right? Or at least one witness, the scientist, who comes up with a control group in an experiment, does the experiment, tells you the facts, right?
Yeah, so
of
what you're
he observed. So I'm
yeah,
trying to tell you what I observed.
you're missing
So
a critical
don't
component.
get on here and try to cancel people.
You're
I'm trying to tell you facts of my life, and you don't want to hear the facts, but they're not facts because they're my facts, right?
You're missing a critical
Yeah.
component to the scientific
Get outta here, dude.
process,
You're
specifically the
just
fact
canceling
that it's
people.
repeatable.
You're trying to push
So
your movement.
in science,
You're
people
trying to
do an
push your
experiment and then they
movement, and you
repeat
don't
their
want to listen to
experiment.
anybody else.
And I agree
That's
that
what
you
it
can
is.
keep on interrupting me, but are you actually interested in understanding
Exactly,
the
and
difference
my
here?
experiment is
Wait, do you
repeatable.
actually
I see it every day. No, shh. Look, you got it, bro. You got it, bro. You win. You got me. I
gonna be
can't tell you the
okay.
facts that I can testify to. You're good, brother.
It's gonna
You're
be
good.
it's gonna be okay. It's
See
gonna
you
be
later,
okay.
man. God's real.
I accept your surrender. We got a running Randy over here. You have no idea how to even get
A
out.
running Randy.
You're so incapable. You don't even know how to
Yeah.
work the app. You don't even know how to leave the live. That's so sad.
No, I don't. What's the point of knowing how to work it?
Yeah, it's the
You'll
the
kick
X in
me
the
out
right
when you
hand
want to.
corner.
You're getting views off me.
Can I ask you a quick question?
You're getting views and comments. You're making money. Shut
Can
up.
I ask you a quick question?
Sure, yes, sir.
Does God allow pegging in heaven?
Pegging in heaven?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been to heaven. I've never witnessed heaven yet.
Okay, but you experienced
It's not
God,
my
so I'm just
time.
asking, does God allow it? Did you think to ask him when you
Does
experienced
God
him?
allow it? That's
if-
not what
if
he came to me to
Pegging
tell
is
me.
chill in heaven?
Pegging?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck pegging is.
Oh, you should really try experiencing that. You should look into that. Ethene. Oh,
Sure,
go
why
fuck
not?
yourself. Fuck you, Ethene, for requesting $1 on Venmo. Go fuck yourself. Let's get a big L Ethene in that comment section. Well, why not? Hell yeah.
No, I
Maybe
said,
there
yeah,
is.
sure. I'll go out and try it. Why not?
Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. It's a
God sent me
spiritual
here to experience
experience.
the world. So who am I to say that it's wrong if I ain't never tried it, right?
Yeah, it's a real ass spiritual experience.
Who says it's not? I can't say it's not. I have
I'm
not
saying
done
that
it.
it is. So
I
then we
cannot
agree. It's
verify
like
it,
a
nor I
real
can deny
spiritual
it.
experience.
Yes,
Does
life
God
is a
want
spiritual
us?
experience. Everything you experience is spiritual. Does it
Yeah.
not? Everything in your life, does it not have an
Oh,
emotional
no.
effect on you?
No, when I brush
No?
my teeth, that's not spiritual.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you not cleansing your body?
I don't know why that means it's spiritual. Kiss, kiss. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Why would that make it spiritual?
All right. So then, I mean, I guess, yeah. Find
Wait,
out what
when a-
happens when you just don't wash yourself or brush your teeth. You'll lose all your teeth. You'll start getting bacteria, viruses, sick, and then eventually you'll die. What happens when you
Yeah,
clean
I don't
yourself?
know. I don't know why any of that is
Exactly.
spiritual. So, wait, when a
Everything in
kid
life
dies
has
of
to be
cancer,
spiritual.
is that spiritual?
Everything, every movement, every
When a-
choice, every decision, every thought.
When a kid dies of cancer, is that spiritual?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. Wait, when a child gets raped, is that spiritual?
Yes, sir, it is. I was raped.
That's terrible. Yeah, wait,
Yes,
so
it
what's
is.
the
It is
what's
terrible.
the
I'm not denying
Yeah,
that fact.
I-
I am
do you
not
think-
denying that fact that it is terrible.
Do you think most children would find that to be a spiritual experience?
Later on in life, yes, they will.
Yeah, what if they're murdered right after? Do you think they're ever going to find that to be a spiritual experience? And why would God allow something so horrific?
Got me? I don't know. I can't testify to after death. I've never been there yet.
Yeah, wait, but
Not
why
a
would
single
God allow
man on this
something
planet
so
can.
horrific?
So I don't even know why you're bringing it up in argument.
Why would God allow something so horrific?
Okay, so God gave choice, right? But in the beginning of the Bible, everything he made was good. And then he put man in everything that was good. So if he gave you a choice, how do you have a choice if everything he makes is good?
When you stop, so if someone was to like interrupt the child grape and like, you know, arrest the perpetrator or whatever, would that be taking away their choice?
No.
Oh, then why doesn't God stop them?
Yeah, go ahead. Why doesn't God stop them?
Yeah.
Why would he intervene?
Because child grape
That takes
is
away
bad.
your choice, right?
It's
that takes
bad.
away your choice. I'm not saying
wait,
it's not bad.
but you're contradicting yourself. You just said that it doesn't take away your choice. You just said that it doesn't
If
take away
God
anyone's
interrupts
choice
it,
when
it
you
does take
stop
away
someone from
your
doing that.
choice.
So you want to reverse the previous answer that you gave.
Okay, so the person stopping that is not taking away their choice.
Yeah, wait, so then why doesn't God stop that?
See, you're thinking things as one way, as one choice. What you don't realize, the people looking on it have a choice. The birds watching it have a choice.
Yeah, and God has a
Everything
choice too.
has a choice. Have you ever not seen a bird come down and protect something, or a bear?
Wait, I don't know
pluck
why
its
you're
food out of the
trying
water
to
because
go
it
to
was
irrelevant
drowning?
nonsense.
That bear had a choice, did it
I don't
not?
know why you're trying
the
to
one
go to
spewing
stuff
nonsense.
that no one's talking
I've
about.
observed this world, dude.
Wait, buddy,
I have.
no one cares. Just get back to the argument.
Exactly.
So if it doesn't take
I'm
away
just adding to your
choice,
views and stuff and teaching
then
you. And trust me,
why
people are
doesn't
hearing what I'm
God
saying.
stop it?
Yes, the birds, weirdo.
If it doesn't take
God
away the
doesn't stop it 'cause he
grapist's
put us here
choice,
to
then why doesn't God
experience it.
stop it?
Because he put us here to experience it.
Why the fuck would God want
Why
us
would
to
he stop
experience
something he
child
wants for you?
grape? Why would God want us to
I
experience child
experienced it.
grape?
Look who I am. I'm still here preaching his name. I
Yeah,
still
why the
go up to
fuck?
those very
Why? So
same
what
people
about
who
what
have
about all
harmed
the
me.
people who experience it and then kill themselves? Why would God want these people to experience it?
When I talk to him, and I'll try to come back and let you know that.
Let's talk to him right now.
Go ahead.
Dear God, we're just wondering, why would you allow somebody, a child specifically, to get graped if they're just going to self-unalive right after? Why would you want them to experience that?
Yeah, God, why would you want that? And why would you put these scars on my arms from bleeding out at 10 years old?
We
Lord, why
got
would you do that?
nothing.
Why
We
would
got
you do
no
that to me?
response.
Did you
Isn't
not
that
give me
interesting?
the strength to survive my life yet?
Isn't
Oh no,
that-
I'm talking now. Let's talk about mine.
Wait,
Okay,
I'm
so
not
I
interested.
literally
I'm not
dead on the
interested
floor,
in
and
talking
I
about
have
your
been
trauma
paddled
dump.
back to life,
I'm
right?
not
So-
interested in talking about your trauma dump.
I'm not. It's not a trauma dump. You're
It
asking
literally
him why.
is.
I'm telling you why.
You've trauma dumped
But you won't
already.
listen.
You've already trauma dumped.
I'm telling you. You're asking God, right? You're asking God why He would want this. It happened to me. I'm telling you
You're
how
still
it
trauma
helped me
dumping.
develop in my life. What He
I
wanted
didn't
for me.
ask.
It's not trauma dumping.
I
bro.
didn't ask. It is trauma.
Yes, you did. You asked me. You
I
asked
did.
me.
I asked explicitly for stuff that doesn't involve
You
personal
asked- you
experience.
asked
I
God,
don't
and
want
you
your
asked
trauma
me,
dump.
Why would God want
It's
it? So you asked
uncomfortable.
God,
It's
I'm giving you an
weird.
answer, and you're unwilling
It's
to hear that answer.
weird.
It's weird for you.
Your
Were you
trauma
raped?
dump is weird.
Then how is it weird for you?
I don't trauma dump here.
How is it weird for you if the person who I'm not trauma dumping? I've
You
dealt with
are.
myself.
What do you think a trauma
buddy.
dump is?
I know who I am.
What do you think a trauma dump
I'm
is?
not trauma dumping anything. I didn't.
Well, you don't
dump
even know
my
what a
shit on
trauma dump
nobody. I
is.
was
You
on
can't
the
even
side
define
of a
it.
mountain by myself.
You don't even know what a trauma dump is.
You define what a trauma dump is.
Yeah, it's where you share
guessing
your
it's where you take
trauma,
your trauma
your
and dump it on
horrific
somebody.
trauma to
Like
a
a
group of
dump truck.
people who didn't ask about it.
I'm not. You're the one talking about it, so I'm staying on topic.
You brought it up.
Don't bring it up if you don't want me to rebut it.
You were the one who brought up your
What the fuck?
trauma.
You cannot bring up a subject and then
Just because
me
the subject
rebut
is
it and then
discussed
say
doesn't
I'm
mean you
trauma
get to
dumping.
say, "Here's my trauma."
Doesn't mean I get to rebut it.
Doesn't
That
no,
is
you
the
can
whole
you
premise
can you're
of
more
an
than welcome to
argument,
rebut it. Unfortunately,
debate.
trauma dumping isn't a
You bring
rebuttal.
up a
Just
topic,
saying
I
this
get to
horrific
rebut it,
thing
but the
happened to
moment
me
I
as
rebut
well.
it, you
Doesn't
interrupt.
actually
No, buddy.
push anything
Hey,
forward.
just
It's not a
go on
rebuttal.
somewhere.
It
Go on
doesn't
somewhere.
it doesn't interact
Go
with
on
the argument
somewhere.
at all.
Look, if you're not willing to listen to my rebut after every question,
I
and you just
I
interrupt
would
me the
love
whole
the
time without
rebuttal.
getting to
I would
tell
love
you
the
my
rebuttal. I just
and
don't
you're
want the
saying,
trauma
no, you're
dump.
just trauma dumping.
So
Look,
if you want to
found
keep
the
it
wrong one and you're losing, Bubba.
impersonal,
You
I'd love
found
to
the
hear
wrong one
the
and you're losing,
impersonal
Bubba.
rebuttal. No means
You
no,
found the wrong
Thomas.
one and you're losing,
No
Bubba.
means no. No means no,
Exactly.
Thomas.
Yes, sir, it does.
Yes,
Hey,
so let's just respect each other's
you found
boundaries.
the wrong one. You
We got a
found the
trauma
wrong
dumping
one. You
Thomas
lost.
over
Hey,
here.
cancel me off this thing.
Wait.
Cancel me
Let's
off this
just.
thing because you found the wrong one, buddy. You can come up with all the excuses
You still have
want,
no
but you
idea
found
how
the
to
wrong
get off
one.
of here.
No, I don't. You found the wrong one, Bubba.
I found the wrong one
You
who
found
doesn't
the
even know how
wrong
to leave the live. You can't even run
Yes, you
properly.
did.
We got a running Randy and you don't even know how to run.
Who's running?
You're trying to leave, but you don't know how. It's the
I'm not
X
trying
in the
to
top
leave.
right
I
corner.
don't
You're
know how
welcome to
leave.
run.
You have to make me leave.
You are welcome
You
to
know,
run.
like how when you ask for God or you ask these questions,
Yeah,
he's
we got
not
no.
running. He's
Wait.
always been there.
Did God answer? Did we get a response from God?
Yeah, he's trying to. I'm trying to tell you, but you saying I'm trauma dumping. I'm trying to
You
tell
are
you
trauma dumping. Yes.
why I went through it.
Yeah. Wait.
Why
So
would God want you to
So
go through it? I'm trying
this
to
is
tell you right now.
Wait. Is this personal
But you say
experience
I'm
a personal
trauma dumping.
experience?
But you don't. Yes,
Thomas,
it is personal experience. But yes, but you're saying why would God want you to?
Thomas,
No, shh.
Thomas,
Look,
is this
you
a
got
personal
beat, Bubba.
experience?
You got beat.
Thomas, is
Hey,
this a
look.
personal experience? I don't know why you're giving a victory
Back
speech
out.
after
Hey,
you just
look,
got
I
torn
can
in
get out of
half.
it. Watch this.
Wait, is this a personal experience, Thomas? Because if it is, I'm not interested. We got a running Randy. Oh my God. Dude's giving a victory speech just before legging it. A wheeling Walter, a legging Larry, a running Randy. Nobody asked. Make sure you're double tapping on that screen, sharing it with your friends. If you are in that guest request box, make sure that you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and that you have an argument which does not involve personal experience. If you don't have that, I'm not interested in talking to you. But make sure you're double tapping on that screen, dropping a follow as well. And if you want to support the stream, Venmo's allegedly-Ian. Cash App is just allegedly Ian. And with that, we'll go to the very next guest. Hey, what's up? How's it going?
What's going on?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 34.
And what religion?
I was raised Christian.
Okay. What's your and do you still believe in Christianity?
Yes.
Okay. What's your
Yes,
strongest
sure.
argument for the existence of God that does not involve personal experience?
Well, let me ask you this really question. Are you just saying that there is no God in general, or just that the God of the Bible, Torah, or the Quran is not the God?
So I have a deductive argument against the God of the Bible, Torah, and Quran, numerous deductive arguments and numerous contradictions for these gods. And then I have an evidentiary case that no God exists.
Then okay, go ahead. Yeah. So I would agree with the second. Well, disagree with the second. Maybe, agree to disagree with the first.
Oh, well, I'm only really interested in talking about like a specific God.
Yeah. I mean, any creator with any kind of will, I would say, has to exist. Per, Newton, and the 3 laws of physics.
Why?
Because with every reaction, there's an equal and opposite reaction, and you can't have that without first something being acted upon it, right?
So the action is the creation, but what's the equal and opposite reaction?
Yeah, but I'm saying there has to be, like, before the creation, there has to be action to create, is what I'm saying. So you can't have no action just pop out of nowhere. There has to be a catalyst, right?
Yeah, that's simply not what I believe. I think that the universe has always existed, that there has always been a substance, and the substance has always been changing, and that we don't need a God because the universe can just always exist.
Well, I thought we were going based on facts, because you said that's a belief.
Oh yeah, so if you want, so first of all, facts are a type of belief. We believe in facts, but if we just want to do like word games, then I'd be happy to get to the facts of the matter. The facts of the matter are going to be the quantum eternity theorem, which dictates that the universe has always existed, just as a derivative of the Schrodinger's equations. So what do you think about those facts?
Those are not facts. Like you said, that's a very, very obscure theory. But yeah, we can.
It's not a theory; it's a theorem. It's different. So this is derived based on equations.
I thought we were not playing word games. I mean,
well, you very much are. So let's talk about the fact. I thought you wanted to talk about the facts.
I'm just trying to literally have like a legit debate.
Okay, yeah, wait, but I thought you wanted to talk about the facts. But now when I bring up the facts, you say, well, that's just like a theory, even though it's a theorem. So do you want the facts or do you not want the facts?
It has nothing to do with the subject at hand, but go ahead.
Yeah, wait, so do you have a critique of the Schrodinger's equations?
No, I do not.
Gotcha. So if you accept the Schrodinger's equations, then you also must accept the quantum eternity theorem.
Of how creation came to being. It's just a theory that a small subsection of the population uses as a third option when they don't want to accept the fact that, again, what we observe on a day-to-day basis is mostly in line with what we can observe through measurable facts.
Yeah, that's a really nice. I mean, if we want to talk about measurable facts, quantum mechanics is like just a proven field.
Yeah.
So if you accept quantum mechanics, wait.
I'm arguing against the theory based on quantum mechanics. Does that make sense?
Oh, so wait, what's your critique of quantum mechanics?
I said I'm not arguing against quantum mechanics.
Then you would also accept the quantum eternity theorem.
No, that's one theorem based on quantum mechanics. So
It is a direct derivative.
No, you're conflating the two. You're trying to say they're the same thing.
It's a direct result of the Schrodinger's equations, which are the heart of quantum mechanics. If quantum mechanics is true, then so is the quantum eternity theorem.
Is that what you're saying? You're saying that it's a possibility based on the fact that this theorem, this is one likely.
No, it's not a possibility. It's a certainty.
It's not. Okay, go ahead. Explain that to me. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the Schrodinger's equations just model the state of the universe and the change of it over time. But one of the things that is interesting about it is that it indicates that if there's a non-zero amount of energy in the universe, then a corollary of this fact is just that the universe has always existed and has always been changing.
Let's put a pin in that. And you stated if, right? So that's what I'm telling you. Like,
so wait, do you reject that energy exists?
My theory.
Wait, do you reject that energy exists?
I'm sorry.
Do you reject that energy exists?
No, I do not reject.
Then you accept the if, which means that you accept that if energy exists, then the universe has always existed and has always been changing.
Oh, so if energy exists, therefore it's always existed. Is that's your theory in a nutshell?
It's a little bit more complicated than that, but yeah.
If that's the case, then there's no purpose. We're destroying the environment, right? So why would we use gas to create energy if it already exists? We just got to harness the energy.
What are you talking about? Energy already. I'm talking about like energy, like the property of matter, not like energy and like because we can't put the energy that's in an atom into our car absent this processing. Also, yeah, we should stop destroying the environment.
Yeah, I mean, because you're saying energy's already out there, already exists, and it's just our way of understanding how energy came to being to become something more solid, like the earth and whatnot. But what you're saying is a huge gap between energy and life. Like you're saying
I would want to run away from that argument too. Wait, so you want to pivot to the life conversation because you lost the cosmology discussion? Okay, let's talk about life. So, what's your critique of evolution?
My critique about evolution?
Yeah.
Is that I have a lot of critiques about evolution.
Go for it.
All day. But that's a tangent. That's a tangent. But I do believe.
But you just wanted to pivot to life.
Just to clarify, because evolution was literally like legit. There's a lot of holes in evolution that just doesn't make sense. Like
so state them.
Oh man, God, where do we start? Do you want to start with one of the basic principles of my rant against evolution with Darwinism, who says that the eye itself would have been impossible to be evolved through evolution because it's so. He said, what did he say? It's so unnecessarily complex that it doesn't align with evolution. That was Darwin himself.
Oh, I don't care what Darwin himself says. So I can give you. Are you interested in the evolutionary account of how the eye evolved?
Yeah, sure.
So the eye has lots of processes to it, and it makes sense that it could evolve stepwise, that your eye goes from seeing in grayscale, and then over enough time, it starts to be able to see like shapes and movement, and it starts to be able to like just perceive light. There's a stepwise process that involves because we actually, wait, and if you're interested, we actually have creatures who are currently growing like a third eye. There's like certain lizards who have photosensitive cells that are like on the back of their head that help notify them anytime there's like a shadow above them, so they can know not to get eaten by a bird. So we are literally seeing the evolution of an eye.
Have that sense as well, then, since we have a more complex eye, because we would have something like the very basic before we got all the way to vision, right?
Well, yeah, we did have something very basic, and then it evolved more complex.
Yeah. So what you're saying is based on. Based on a lizard that you see that you assume has some way it can detect shadows from the third eye.
Well, that's just a scientific fact. I'm sorry if it doesn't fit with your view.
To sum that up, because the lizard has a spidey sense, you're saying that that's direct proof of evolution of the eye, which Darwin himself said it was.
Oh, I don't give a fuck what Darwin said, but what I do care about is the evolutionary framework. Unlike you, I don't appeal to like individual authors. I appeal to the ideas themselves.
Okay.
Even if the author says something stupid, then I can just say that thing is stupid.
Cool.
Evolution is definitely true.
Where is the evolutionary chain that literally led from fish to mammal? Where is that?
Do you want like all all 4 billion years of it?
Yes, yeah.
You want
because-
wait. So wait. I just want to
exactly
be clear.
what you
So
Go ahead.
you're such a good faith interlocutor that the only way that you'll believe in evolution is if I provide you every single individual over the course of 4 billion years that eventually leads to human. Is that correct? Is that the standard that we're laying
I'm
out?
assuming we both looked into this, and we both know what this is going to come down to is the fact that there is no correlation, and that's one of the.
So I got a question for you. So
Okay, so we're going to acknowledge that you did not answer my question.
wait. Yeah. So wait.
Go ahead,
It's
go ahead.
it's
But no,
because
here's-
this is a ridiculous
Because, you said
standard.
I jumped topics,
Wait.
and now you
This is
jumped
because this is an
But go ahead.
insane standard. Literally, nobody thinks that this is a good standard. That unless you can provide 4 billion years of individual species, that unless I can provide for you like 400 million
But you
individual
literally told me to poke a
fossels
hole in the
that lead a
argument I
direct
provided.
line, that
And now
means
you
that like
regurg-
none of
and now you're
evolution is
saying that
true.
that the argument
Wait. Token. Wait, I just have a question for you.
Yeah,
Wait, so if evolution didn't happen,
I'm not
why
saying
is
it
the
didn't happen. I said it
2A?
happened randomly. But go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Go
Wait,
ahead.
so why did the 2A? Why is our second chromosome a fusion of the 2A 2B chromosomes that are shared by the other great apes?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, yeah, it's because we came from evolution.
Oh, okay. So so explain anything you just said. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no clue what you
Yep.
just said.
So we have chromosomes. They store our DNA. In these chromosomes, we have 46 of them. Our second chromosome is a fusion of the 2A and 2B chromosomes that the other great apes have. They have 47 chromosomes. But because in my worldview, our second chromosome is a fusion of 2 of their chromosomes, which is why we only have 46 of them. So now it's your turn. Why do we have?
Well, again,
why
like,
is our
I'm
second
gonna
chromosome a
say
fusion of the
this
2A,
so
2B
we can
chromosomes?
start on the same page and we can proceed with it. I'm not arguing against evolution. I'm arguing
You
against
are.
random evolution. I don't believe in unguided evolution. I feel like if anything were to happen, like you said before to the past caller, if it happens once, it can be repeated through scientific study, right? You can repeat the experiment.
I
You
mean,
can't
not
provide me
necessarily.
that one-
Wait, so you can repeat an experiment,
Yes.
but that's not like you can't repeat the process of evolution from like 4 billion years ago, unless you
why
have 4
not?
billion years
We can
lying
clone-
around.
We can clone animals that are now extinct. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you can't. Wait. So do you understand that in order to verify, in order to view 4 billion years of evolution, that you actually need to be around for 4 billion years? Do you understand that? Are you aware of the fact that absent 4 billion years, you actually can't watch evolution happen over the course of 4 billion years? Are you aware of
No,
that?
you can't watch it in real time. But again, you can find evidence to support your theory, and that has not happened.
Yeah,
If it
wait, we do have
happened, all
evidence.
about
We have tons of
technology.
evidence.
If we can clone animals from cellular.
Wait. So wait. I just need like I need an explanation. Wait. So wait. So why is our 2A or why is our second chromosome a fusion of the 2A,
So we're
2B
going back to the
chromosomes?
fusion because again,
Yeah.
that tangent you went off.
Wait, because you are trying to get away from it.
Okay,
I thought you were
cool.
responding to it, but I realize now that you were just trying to get away from it
because
because you have no answer. So go for it. Give the explanation.
Again, you went to a dead
Give
end.
the
I answered
explanation.
it, and then you was like, you know
Yeah,
what?
wait. So you said that you believe in guided
chromosomal
evolution.
argument.
So are you aware that by fusing the 2A, 2B chromosomes that it lost critical functionality of the telomeres, which allow for things like aging in the first place? So why what was God thinking with that one?
Sorry, repeat the question. Get to your actual.
Yeah, so I are you aware that because of this fusion of the 2A, 2B chromosomes, that it fused at the telomeres, which are a critical part of the chromosome itself, which have to be at the end of the chromosome. So because they fuse together, they're now at the middle of the chromosome and they don't do anything. So what was God thinking when he fused these two chromosomes together, rendering the telomeres useless? What was he thinking with that?
What was humans thinking when we explored the Earth to make sure it wasn't round?
Wait, do you want to answer the question, or do you want to pivot to something else?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it. Wait, so why would God do something? Why would he guide evolution in a way that's detrimental to us?
What makes you think it's detrimental? Because you don't
Because
see
we
the
lost
evidence now?
functionality. It created useless parts of our
It doesn't have
DNA.
functionality now, but like you just said, and please don't cut me off. You have a habit of asking a question and then cutting me off. So
Yeah, go for it, as long as you're answering it.
We cannot watch. We don't have the physical capability to watch evolution in real time, right? So again, assuming that my God is real, and I have to make that before I make the statement, right? I would argue that he has a plan billions of more years from now for a function for that we cannot see in real time. That is my belief. But
So
again,
wait, why couldn't he just like
I'm
teleport
not
that
saying he
function in
couldn't.
right
I'm
now?
saying he chose not to.
Why would he make a choice that leaves our DNA useless?
Because again, he has a purpose that's yet to be fulfilled.
So we actually know that that's not going to be the case, right? Because we know that we have these mobile elements, which are literally just parasitic parts of our DNA. That we have all of these useless parts of our DNA that literally lead to things like cancer or diseases that cause 2-year-olds to gouge their own eyes out. So there's what's the plan in having all these like parasitic elements in our DNA?
And again, if you'd have asked me how to create the internet in 1555, I would have told you, you know what, you're crazy. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal non-answer. Do you actually want to try engaging with the question?
I'm telling you the same thing that you told me. I cannot watch evolution in real time. Therefore, I cannot predict God's ultimate goal when his lifetime.
Yeah, but I'm just asking, why would God take away functionality?
Why would he? What do you mean? Programmers do it all the time. We take away functionality to make things more simple, more complex, more easy. We change the code. What do you think progress is?
Yeah, so I think you seem to be a bit confused. So allow me to clear up your confusion on this topic. So this is unnecessary, gratuitous complexity. So lots of this is. So let me give you a coding analogy because you like programming. So this would be like instead of setting like x equal to 50, instead you did x plus 1, x plus 1, x plus 1 50 different times. That's what our DNA is like. Instead of it being like streamlined and simple, it is gratuitously complex. It is reducibly complex. Wait, so why did God make our DNA gratuitously?
This is unnecessarily complex. Do you really think Pac-Man's walking around gobbling up fucking little dots? It's like, oh man, my code.
Let's just calm down there. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You got torn in half on the cosmology. You're getting torn in half on this. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. So why did God make us gratuitously complex?
First, I thought you were just really arguing with dumb people, but now I see that you're intentionally leading the argument so you can seem smart.
Lil Sandy, appreciate it.
Someone shuts you down, you jump to like a third argument.
Wait, and I don't know why you're trying to give a victory speech. You're getting torn in half right now. Do you want to engage with the question or do you want to keep running? Wait, what question did I just ask you? What question did I just ask you if you're listening?
What point did you concede? Did I ever
wait, I didn't concede anything, but you're running from the question. What question did I just ask you?
You literally
wait, Token, let's just calm down there. Little bro, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be fine. I don't know why you're giving a victory speech when you're getting torn in half right now. It's not going well for you, Token. So do you actually want to engage with the question? Do you want to answer?
I am.
What? So wait. If you're engaging with the question, what question did I just ask you?
I have no clue. What question I just asked you?
So you concede that you're answering a question that you don't know?
Yes. Yeah.
And do you think that that's a good look for you?
I don't care.
Do you think it's a good look to just go and get exposed for being like a dishonest interlocutor? You're not even listening to me. You're just going forward and saying whatever the fuck and just trying to LARP and pretend like you're doing well when in fact it's not going very well for you. So wait. The question again was just why did God make us complex in a way that is gratuitous, i.e. a way that could be reduced and made simpler with the exact same functionality? Why would God do that?
You asked the question, and I'm going to answer it, right?
Yeah, go for it.
You said, why did God make us unnecessarily complex?
Yep.
My answer for the third and final time is that we are the equivalent to Pac-Man. Just because we cannot understand our own existence does not negate or say that the process behind it is incomplete or faulty. If you can't understand that, why are we even talking?
Let's I'll give you a programming analogy. So let's say that I tell you that this code was written by.
I would never do anything to test your faith. That's the devil's job. But go ahead. Sorry.
Let's say that I told you that this program was written by the best programmer to ever exist. That this is like the elite programmer. He's the perfect programmer.
Okay. Are we taking this as fact before you proceed?
So his first 50 lines of code are x equals 0, and then x equals x plus 1, 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 all the way up to 50. Okay. So would you believe that this is the best programmer to ever exist if this is the code that you're looking at?
What established the fact that he's the best programmer that ever exists?
A Bronze Age fairy tale. There's a book that says it that is uncorroborated by all the historical evidence and contradicts itself many times. That's the evidence.
I thought you were making up an allegory and we were accepting that statement as fact.
Yeah, well, I'm just asking you if I told you, would you believe that this is the best programmer to ever exist?
Oh no, so you're saying that that's the programmer is God. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's an analogy, yeah.
Okay, got you. So you're saying I'm saying that the programmer, because we don't understand the end game?
No, because we understand it and it's bad.
No, you're reading the code line by line. If you read any code line by line and I ask you the purpose of this code, you're not going to be able to tell me. Is that correct or incorrect?
Oh no, I can tell you what the purpose of a code line is. X equals x plus
wow,
one
that's
just
crazy.
increments
So
it by
there's, like,
one. If you have a string of x equals x plus ones, you're just taking a variable and you're adding one to it over and over and over again. When in fact this is a waste of time. You could just be setting it to the value you actually wanted to set it to. Which is why it's not just complex, it's gratuitously
Kobe Bryant
complex.
could do layups his entire career and never make any fancy shots. But how entertaining is that? I mean, you have to realize
It's how efficient is it? How efficient is it? How readable is it to have x equals x plus 1 50 times?
I'm gonna let you talk, and then I'm gonna tell you your problem. I'm gonna tell you the issue the contention that you don't realize you have. You think God being good is the standard of what we see good. What Christians themselves don't realize, we're here for God's entertainment. We're his playthings. And atheists, yeah, seriously, right? Like atheists, they see that and be like, why would you believe in such a guy who really doesn't really give a fuck about you? And then the Christians, the soft Christians go, well, he does care. He loves, God literally created us because he was fucking bored, right? Let's be real. We have no clue the reason he does what he does. Just like we have no clue why a lot of fucking people do the dumbest shit they do, right? But we don't question God. He wipes out fucking countries, bro. Like if this man wants to go say, hey, I'm gonna turn this dude's wife into a pillow of salt for looking back at my angels fucking up because this makes me laugh.
Yeah, and if God says, hey, go own slaves, you know, it's just God getting a chuckle. God says, if God says, go and kill these kids, go and kill these kids, then that's just, you know, it's just whatever.
Like, you know what, Big G? You might have had a plan for them slaves because I don't want to get turned into a pillar of salt. God is not nice. Jesus may have been nice if that's what you want to believe.
Is
but
Jesus
God?
God?
The Bible says that God is a nice God.
Is Jesus
I don't know
God?
Where Christians get that from?
Is Jesus God?
Is Jesus God? I don't know. Now you're getting into semantics. Yes, maybe. Who knows? We can't prove that.
The Bible says that he is God, so I think you're just confused.
What Bible do you read?
The NRSV you read.
If I'm not
it's in the start of John, I think. It says the Word was with God and the Word was God. So wait. Shh. So it says that the Word is God, and then later it says the Word became flesh, specifically as Jesus.
No,
so it's saying that Jesus is God. If the Word in flesh is Jesus and the Word is God, then Jesus is God.
The Bible does not say that. Why do people say that?
Do you want to do you want the verses? I think you might just be a bit confused.
Say that.
Yeah, and we can do like funny voices, but I can just give you the verse if you want.
I'm sorry, you're right. That's intellectual silence to me. I apologize, but I'm telling you, nowhere in the Bible does it say that Jesus is the Word made flesh. Those words are not in the Bible.
Yeah, so the Word, John 1:14, the Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory.
Where does it say Jesus,
let's
bro?
read the.
I know,
who came from the.
I get it. I was raised Christian, and then
we have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. John testified concerning blah blah blah, something in parentheses. Out of his fullness, we have all received grace in place of grace given. No, the law was given through Moses' grace, and came through Jesus Christ. So it says that Jesus Christ is the Word becoming flesh. It seems like you're confused about your own religion.
Wait. So when you say he ended that whole fucking soliloquy by saying that through Jesus Christ, but he also said through Moses and everybody else. So again, we're going down a rabbit hole.
This is just basically like a basic interpretation failure.
From me?
Yeah.
Please explain that.
Yeah, that Jesus is the Word of God is not contested by anyone.
I think it's funny that the atheist is trying to explain to me.
I think it's funny that the atheist has to explain to you because you have no idea because your head is spinning.
My head is not spinning, bro.
You're confused.
You read like 6 verses.
You've been confused this entire time. You'll be confused for the remaining duration.
Oh, I mean, I can stay here forever. This is my day off, bro. But yeah,
that's fine. And you'll be confused the entire time. You'll spend your entire day off confused.
You're seriously? So tell me what you just told me.
It is not contested by anyone, and it says very clearly in the Bible that God's Word is Jesus Christ. When it says the Word became flesh, it's referring to Jesus Christ.
That's your assumption.
Wait, so so then you explain it. What's the Word becoming flesh? What does that mean?
I have no clue. This is written.
Yeah, you have no fucking idea.
No, I don't. And I also don't. I know that's not true. Unlike you will make assumptions.
Well, I know that this isn't true because the Bible isn't true.
If I say I don't know something, I tell you I don't know because I am not a computer. I have limits to my intellectual capacity. That's the difference.
Yeah, we know.
But please go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, I mean, this
I'll
is just
tell you
this
when
is
I
like
don't know
Christianity
something.
101. Like you don't even
say
know
when
you don't
think
even
you
know
know
like the
something,
fundamental
you
precept of your
assume that you know
religion.
because you have so much faith in your own rightness, right?
I
Because
don't think you know what
even though
faith
I just told you, and even
I'm
you,
not
while you
I'm
were
not
reading
sure
it,
that you know what faith
you
is.
I do know what faith is. Faith is believing something that you cannot prove. But go ahead.
Well, faith is a belief in the absence of evidence.
No, that's
Because there's
not
some
true.
evidence that
That's
exists
not true.
that you
That's
just
not
can't
that's not
prove.
true at all. I have a bed that is supposed to literally it has evidence. It could weigh up, it could hold up to 1,000 pounds. I broke that bitch fucking, bro, and I weigh a good 350.
Yeah, just because you have
faith in
evidence
the
for something
evidence
doesn't mean that that thing is
to
true. This
support
is like
my
just,
weight.
introduction
But
to
you said
philosophy
that the
101.
definition is faith is literally it's the absence of evidence. No, there was plenty of evidence to support my faith. It just let me down. So again, that's another.
Wait, because if there's evidence for it, then it's not faith.
No, that's lies. That's
You can
lies.
have evidence for something, and then that thing turns out to be
Where do you
wrong.
get your definitions from, man? Just
This is just like the common standard definition. If you want, do you want the internet definition? I can give you the
or do
internet
they come
definition.
from like Webster, Merriam, something that
Yeah.
we can look up?
Define.
So what you're saying is you cannot have faith in anything,
Strong belief in God
that
or
you
in the
have
doctrines
evidence
of a
for.
religion based on spiritual apprehension rather than proof. Belief in
Yeah.
God in the
Yes.
absence of
Yes.
evidence.
Yeah. So again.
Yeah.
again,
Yes.
where does
Yes.
that
The exact
say
thing that is identical to
faith
my definition.
requires-
Yes.
Where
Yes.
does that definition?
Wait. So wait. Oh, okay.
Okay,
You
so
actually
we're
shot
not
yourself
gonna
in the foot, and you don't
acknowledge
even
for like the
realize
first
how.
time
Wait. So
that
you
you made
said
an incorrect statement.
you said
What is
that I
your
have
name?
faith in stuff.
Ian?
So
Ian.
go ahead
Ian, so,
and
Ian,
demonstrate
whenever
how
you
I
say
have
something
strong
that's
belief in
not
God
true,
or in the doctrines of a
have you
religion
ever in
based
your
on
life
spiritual
acknowledged
apprehension rather than proof.
that
You agreed
what
with
you
this
said was not
definition.
true?
Go for it.
Ian,
Go
have
for
you
it.
ever in your life made a statement?
Wait. No, you're gonna answer my
You go
question.
take
Calm down.
accountability for it?
I
Because it's
already
the
asked you a
fourth time you've done this
question.
in our conversation.
I'd love to answer your question, but unfortunately I already asked you a question, so you need to answer my
again,
question
I just
first.
want this
You said that I have faith, and you
topic
agreed to this
question
definition that
before I
faith is
proceed, because
strong
you
belief
can't
in
tell
God or
me-
in the doctrines of
you
religion
cannot
based
tell
on
me that
spiritual
you have
apprehension rather
ever
than
in your
proof.
life
So go ahead and
had
demonstrate how I have strong belief in
You
God
were wrong,
or in the
Ian.
doctrines of religion
There's
based
no
on
point
spiritual
in us
apprehension rather than
debating
proof.
because
Go
you
ahead,
have
go for it.
not had the
You're
power
floundering and you're flailing because you know you've been caught. You want to get away from this, but I'm just not going to let you. I'm going to write this exact question down, and we're not moving on until you answer it. We're not moving on until you answer it.
Ask me, bro. Every single
Keep
question
talking
I've
over me if you're a child molester.
I've responded.
Okay,
to every
you're a
single
child
question that
molester.
asked
You
me.
molest children. You can
I
see.
asked you a single question.
That's
and you
crazy. Wow,
have
that's
not
disgusting. You should
responded.
stop doing that.
I asked you a question, Ian. Answer the question.
You didn't. I asked you a question first.
Answer the question.
I asked you a question first. I asked you a question
Have
first.
you ever
I
taken
asked you a question first.
accountability
Answer my
when
question.
you were wrong?
I asked you a
Have
question
you ever
first. Answer
said,
my
"Hey,
question.
Bob, I thought I was right.
I
but
asked you
now
a
I see
question
that I am
first.
wrong."
I asked you a
Have you
question
ever said
first.
that?
Answer the question.
Have you ever said that?
Answer the question. Stop being. We got a cowardly
So
quarry
you
over
acknowledge
here.
that you're not gonna
A
answer this
teleporting
question. Ian, I feel
token,
like
if
you've
you
been
will.
exposed on your own channel, right?
Wait, I literally asked you a
That
question
must
first.
be-
And you can posture. You can do another victory speech when you are once again getting torn in half. But I don't know what you think that's going to do
All right, so
for
let's
you.
make a deal.
Wait, your rhetoric. Maybe your rhetoric scares some people,
will
but
answer
I see right through all of
whatever
this.
this
You're not going to
next
get to
question
me.
that you ask.
So we're still
promise
going to
to
come
answer
back
my
to the question, and you're still
about
going to give an
whether you
answer
ever
to it.
acknowledge when you're wrong.
Wait,
How about that?
you're
I'll
getting
answer a question for
absolutely
every
blown the
question
fuck
you
out right now. I don't know why you're trying to do rhetoric
I
right
will
now.
answer a
I
question
actually love
for
doing
every
rhetoric
question
with
that
people
you
who are
ask.
rhetorically
You can
savvy,
proceed from there.
but doing rhetoric with you is boring because you're not very good at it.
Oh,
So how
Ian,
about we get
I'm
back to
upset.
the question that you've been dodging this entire
Hey,
time,
man.
like a dodging
Hey, Ian.
Daniel? The
Ian.
question specifically that I'll remind you
Ian.
once again is that you said that you agree. You said that I have faith, and you agreed that faith is a strong belief in God or in the doctrines of a religion based on
I did
spiritual
not.
apprehension rather than proof. So go
Okay.
ahead and demonstrate how I have faith in that I have a strong belief in God or in the doctrines of a religion based on spiritual apprehension rather than proof. Go for it.
All right. So you want me to explain how you have faith?
Yeah, based on this definition.
Okay. So I would have to know anything about your life to answer that, right?
Oh, but you made the affirmative claim that I have faith.
Yeah, you do have faith. You believe.
Yeah,
in
then
other
go
shit
ahead and
about
prove it.
it. Okay, cool. You believe that those glasses are going to make your vision better, right?
And is that in terms of is that a strong belief in God or in the doctrines of a religion?
No, it says.
Gotcha. Wait,
something
so then that doesn't meet the
cool,
definition that you
yes.
agreed to.
Yes. Yes. the
So
answer is
so then
yes. I
so then you
created a
were
religion that
incorrect
glasses
to
make
either
your-
were you
that I
wait
believe
so
that
were
glasses
you
make your
token
vision
were you
better. It is
incorrect
now a religion.
were you
It is now a
incorrect
religion.
when you agreed that this is the definition of faith, or were you incorrect when you said that I have faith?
I was incorrect when I said that's the definition of faith. Now,
Gotcha. W
okay, cool. I
concession.
answered
Well,
that
I
question.
appreciate you having
Now,
the
can
humility
you
to
answer my
acknowledge when
question?
you're wrong. Now that you've acknowledged that you're wrong, now that you
All
got
right.
torn in half in front
Okay,
of all
cool.
these
I've
people,
acknowledged
we
that
can
I'm
now
wrong.
move
Now,
on to whatever question you
have
would
you
like to
ever
ask. What's
acknowledged
your
when you were
question?
wrong,
Go
Ian?
for it.
Ian, before we continue this debate, have you ever acknowledged when you're wrong? Because we agreed. I'd ask you a question, you'd ask me a question.
Yep, all the time.
All right, cool. So not once in this conversation did you stop an argument because you realized it was going down a rabbit hole.
No, because all of your arguments
Okay.
are very easy to defeat,
Okay.
and I'm
Okay,
right about
all
all
right,
of them.
All right. Next question, Ian. We literally wasted 10 minutes just so we can get to this point.
Yeah, because you wanted to be difficult instead of getting
I did not want to
embarrassed.
be difficult, Ian.
You
the one
did.
kept switching from tangent to tangent. I'm the one who kept bringing us back.
No, I've been a linear Logan. You've been a teleporting token.
Oh, so now we're gonna use the alliteration jokes. Okay, go ahead, bro. That
Yeah.
makes your argument so much more better. It makes it
You were just about to ask me a question. I don't know why you're saying go ahead.
No, I
Maybe
didn't.
you
I
forgot
told
your
you.
own
I already
question.
asked you a question. I asked you if you.
Yeah,
ever-
and unfortunately, I was talking over you the entire time. You'll have to remind me.
Yeah, I know. I admit it. I already asked you the question. You're not listening, Ian. You're just talking.
Yeah,
So,
go for it. Yeah, what's the
my last
question?
question to you was: have you ever admitted when you were wrong? You told me yes
Yep.
all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Ian, and then I said, okay, now it's your turn. That's the debate works. Ask me your next question.
Oh, you just want me to ask you my next question?
Ian, Ian, I'm getting bored of you. Ian,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can ask you a question. What's a good one?
how many followers do you have, Ian? I'm curious. Are you millions? Yet?
I have like three or four. So
119? Okay, cool.
yeah.
So
Oh,
you'll
that's
get-
like this is
you'll
super
get
simple.
10,000.
Okay.
But yeah, it's cool. So
Do you
cool.
think
Let's go.
that God? Do you think that God knows everything?
Do I think that God knows everything?
Yeah.
I do.
You do think that God knows everything.
Yes, I do.
So if God knows everything, then how is it possible for God to know any of these like unconstructible sets?
Like
So
what?
in set theory, there's lots of sets that are impossible to actually construct, like the set of all sets which do not contain themselves. So how could God possibly know these sets? He must know all the elements. If he knows everything, then he must know about every set which does not contain themselves, but he can't know the set of all sets which do not contain themselves. How is that possible?
Okay, again, Ian, I feel like you're using circular logic, but let's answer.
Wait, so what's my
No,
conclusion
Ian,
and how do
Ian,
I
it's my
presuppose
turn.
it?
Ian, it's my turn. Ian, that's not
Yeah, I
Ian,
just think that you're using words that you don't know.
Ian, are you gonna let me answer? Ian?
Calm down. It's
Are
okay.
you gonna let
Go
me
for
answer?
it.
Ian, I like you, Ian. I like
Yeah,
you.
it's okay.
I just want to
It'll be
like you.
fine. No need to cry.
All right. So Ian, can I answer?
Yeah, go for it.
My turn. Is this my time?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you asked two questions in that statement, right? First, you made the assumption. You asked me, "Hey, is God all-knowing, all-powerful, omnipotent, whatever?" I said yes. So you said, based on that, how could he know blah 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 blah? I wasn't listening because
Yep,
I've already
I know.
answered that question. I told you I believe he knows everything.
Yep.
So what's your next question?
Oh, wait, so then God's illogical.
Yeah, of course he's illogical. I just
Oh.
told you that. We just
Oh,
had a whole
wait.
discussion about that.
So God,
Ian,
perfect. W
Ian,
concession.
We're
So
not
God's
arguing if
illogical.
God is illogical or
God is
logical. Your
illogical. That's
title says
perfect.
God is
Well, that's the
real.
reductio. There it is. I'm not
God
going to believe in an
isn't
illogical
real.
thing.
Your
Maybe you enjoy believing illogical things, but I prefer to believe
Ian,
logical things.
Ian, you're starting to bore me, Ian. The
Yeah,
title says God
I
is
mean, you're
real.
starting to, same to you, you're starting to bore me. You believe in illogical things. Why would I want
Yes,
to
I
believe?
do. That's why you created this, so you can.
Why
believe
would I
in
want to believe in an illogical thing?
Ian.
Why would I want to
Ian.
believe in an illogical thing?
You're gonna make me return my master's degree, and my brain cells are going down.
Yeah, you should return your master's degree. It clearly didn't do you much good.
No, it was a bullshit master's degree, bro. Seriously. But go anyway. Go ahead, Ian. So now that I answered your two questions, go to your next question.
Yeah, why would I ever want to believe? Why would I or anyone else ever want to believe an illogical thing?
I don't know. That's why
Okay.
they call it faith. But go
Oh,
ahead.
gotcha. Well, I'm not really interested in that, so I'm going to move on to the next guest. But I do appreciate the concession that God is illogical, that belief in God is illogical. As long as we can agree that you're being intellectually dishonest, then that's fine enough for me. If you're in that guest request box, make sure that you're 18 or older, that you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and that you have an argument which does not involve personal experience. But make sure you're double tapping on that screen, sharing it with your friends, doing all that good stuff. Thank you so much for all these gifts. Appreciate all of you. Make sure you're dropping that follow as well if you never want to miss a debate in the future. And if you want to support that stream, the Venmo is allegedly-Ian. Cash App is just allegedly Ian. Both of them are in my bio. I appreciate any and all support, and I love you all very deeply. What's up?
Hey man,
How's it
so
going?
I'm 19 years old,
Okay.
and I don't plan on staying here for too long. But
Okay.
I just had a question. How could you not believe in a God, and whether it be Christian or not, any creator, anything above the physical? How could you not believe in something like that?
Because I have no evidence of anything above the physical.
But you see the physical all around you.
Yeah, and I somehow don't see the non-physical anywhere.
I can't comprehend that though, because everything has been placed and everything has a special, what is it, instruction on how it works. All the photons, the electrons, every atom has its own way of being. Who put it there as it is my
I think that
question.
those are just the fundamental properties of these atoms, and that energy has always existed and the universe has always existed, but the specific form it takes has changed over like a wide variety of times. So it's not really a who question. It's like in fact, I
Right,
don't think
right,
it was put there. I think that it's just always existed.
right. But we know that it hasn't always existed, because we know that so the theory of the Big Bang is probably the closest, that everything came from nothing.
No. So the Big Bang doesn't describe the origin of the universe. Rather, it describes the expansion of the manifold that we exist on. The universe still existed before. It
Okay.
just describes like a completely separate thing.
Okay. Well, I
Before
don't have
the
any
Big Bang,
questions.
there was like still more universe, and before that, there was still more universe, and before that, there was still
Well,
more
hold on,
universe
because
to infinity.
now I have to ask you, how do you know that?
That's just going to come down to two things. First, the quantum eternity theorem states that the universe is eternal, and second, the fact that the dark energy is getting weaker indicates that the universe is going to end in a big crunch-like effect, or that
Right, the
this
collapse of the
manifold is
universe.
going to end in like a big crunch-like effect, which is
Yes.
going to put it in the exact same state that it was right before the Big Bang. So that the universe is going to go through infinite cycles of big bounces and big crunches.
Ah. Okay. I could clearly see that, actually. Well, thank you. You can
All
kick me
right.
now.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on up. Make sure you're double tapping on that screen if you're in that guest request box. Make sure that you're 18 or older, you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and you have an argument which does not involve personal experience. If you want to support the stream, Venmo's allegedly-Ian. Cash App is just allegedly Ian. Appreciate any and all support. What's up, Lacey? Yeehaw. Thank you so much, Sarah. Oh, I accept your surrender, Lacey. Get folded like a chair, scrambled like an omelet, reformatted like a hard drive, get your ankles absolutely shattered. You will never debate again. And with that, we'll move to the next guy. Oh, I accept your surrender. Another one. Haha. Quickest debate. Fastest debate. Fastest debater in the West. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Rachel?
Hi.
Hey, how
Are
old
you
are
able to
you?
hear me?
Uh,
I'm 23.
okay. And what religion are you?
I am Christian.
What's your strongest argument for the existence of God that does not involve personal experience?
Okay, so I read up on something and they said that they found like drips of blood that had got through the cracks and was on the covenant. And so when they tested this, the blood was still alive, and also it only had 24 chromosomes.
Yeah, that's not true. So this comes from a con man named Ron Wyatt. He will not let anybody test the blood, and he will not tell you where the blood was tested. Literally no part of this is real or verified.
Okay, well, what about Noah's Ark that was found, where God told them to build it and it had the same dimensions on it?
No, it wasn't. They didn't find Noah's Ark. They found like a
Where it was
flat. They
built,
found like a
right?
flat part of a mountain. That's not. This
Well,
is
no,
more
where it
Ron
was
Wyatt
built, right?
nonsense.
But that's where God told him to build it. And when they looked at the dimensions of it, it was the same dimensions that was in the Bible.
Well, I don't know how that's possible in that it's not like a perfectly flat surface. There's like an indented part of it, but it's still like quite rocky. So I just don't. I'm not too sure how that's possible. It's also
Okay.
like not flat, or so
Okay.
it's
So when God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, he made it rain burning sulfur.
hmm
When they tested it, it was 100% pure sulfur still there. How do you
And
explain that?
yeah, and maybe you could tell me the thing that nobody on this entire planet knows. Where is Sodom and Gomorrah? Where is it? What's it like longitudinal and latitudinal coordinates? Because in fact, nobody actually knows where Sodom and Gomorrah are. So I don't understand how it makes sense to say that there was like these pure pieces of sulfur at Sodom and Gomorrah when we don't even know where these places were.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so when God told Moses to split the rock in half, right? You're aware of that, right?
Yep.
And he told him that the water will pour out. When they tested this, they found erosion in the rock, which could tell that water had previously came out of it. How do you explain it?
Yeah, because water causes all sorts of erosions, but the thing is, water causes erosion over quite a long period of time. Water doesn't just like instantly cause erosion like that. We have a rock that looks like kind of cool. There are lots of rocks that look kind of cool. All erosion happen, or I think most erosion happens because of water. It's like water's like a big cause of erosion. This is no reason to think that God actually exists or that Moses actually split this rock, because what we also have is literally no archaeological evidence that the Exodus happened. There's no evidence that Egypt actually ever owned slaves. There's no evidence that there was like a big mass exodus from Egypt. Literally no evidence of any of this.
Okay, well, that's your opinion, and if that's what you decide, I will say that as a Christian, I feel like you should repent, because this is a form of blasphemy, saying that God is not real. He will
Oh, I'm
come
not
back
going to do
one day,
that, but
whether you believe it or not. I'm just doing my job as a Christian.
Mhm.
It's okay to not agree if you don't want to, but I just had that on my heart, and I do wish you well, and I will be praying for you whether you accept it or not.
Yeah, so can I ask you a couple of questions about the flood?
No, I'm okay. I've said everything I needed to say.
Oh,
I do
wait, so
appreciate you for
you're
having me up here. That's
too
all I wanted
intellectually
to say.
dishonest to even like field the question about your belief? You
If
aren't
you
interested
if
in the
you feel like
possibility that you might be wrong?
that, that's how you feel. I came
Well,
up here
this
to
you're
say what I
literally not
wanted to
even
say.
interested in answering like a basic question about the flood. It's just a really basic question.
And that's completely fine if you feel like that. But I'm saying I said what I wanted to say, and that is fine. If you want to kick me off, you can.
Well, I
And
don't want
that's
to kick you off. I want to ask you a question. It seems like what you want to do is run.
that is. And if
Okay,
you
so
accept that as me being defeated, then so be it.
I mean, I totally would, as I'm sure everyone would, but doesn't it feel weird
It
to,
doesn't.
it doesn't feel weird to get completely
No.
folded on all of your points and then need to run
I mean,
away?
if you
Like
feel
you
like
won't
I've
even
been
field a
folded or
single question?
defeated, that's fine. You said don't go off faith, so I'm not going to mention anything that's happened
Well,
in my
you
personal
can
life.
go off of faith. You can't go off of personal experience.
Okay,
So
well,
I'm trying to ask you a basic question about the logistics of the flood.
sir, I've said everything I need to say.
You're welcome to
Thank
leave, but
you.
I'm just gonna
Thank you
ask the
for having me up
question. If you
here.
don't want to answer the question, you're welcome to run. But what I want to
Okay,
know
that's
is if the flood
fine.
happened, how did the kangaroos get to Australia?
That's fine. I'm running.
Okay. If you're looking for the X, it's in the top right corner.
All right. Have a nice day. Stay blessed.
Yep, you as well. Watch me collapse this Christian's worldview with zero questions. Don't even need to ask a question for the worldview to collapse in on itself. Sry, thank you so much for the galaxy. Big WSRI or Sry in that comment section. I appreciate you. If you're in that guest request box, make sure that you're 18 or older, you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and you have an argument which does not involve personal experience. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Paige? Pega?
My bad. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, it is your bad, and if it happens again, I'm doxing you. I'm kidding. That's a joke. /J. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Key? How's it going, Key? No, doxing is bad. But if you want to support the stream, the Venmo's allegedly dashy in, Cash App is just allegedly in. What's up, Ron? How's it going? Okay, I accept your surrender, Ron. Folded like a chair, scrambled like an omelet, reformatted like a hard drive. Get your ankles absolutely shattered. You will never debate again. What's up? How's it going? Michael?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Yeah, how old are you?
Yep. I am 34.
And what religion are you?
Christian.
Okay, what's your strongest argument for the existence of God that does not involve personal experience?
Would say probably the strongest one would be what seems to be design.
Okay. So I have a question for you. If God designed us, then why is 85% of our DNA functionless?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay. that seems to me to be evidence. So not only does it not do anything, but what it does is like actively detriment the rest of our DNA. Lots of it is composed of these things called mobile elements, which are like parasitic parts of your DNA that like replicate. And it will actually go and write over useful parts of your DNA, rendering them useless. So it causes like all sorts of diseases and cancers. So what's the design in having so much useless DNA that's not just useless, but also makes other things useless?
It's possible that if the Bible is correct, that maybe the 85% of the useless DNA was used to spiral us into death, so to speak, from the tree of knowledge.
That's not true. Oops, sorry. That's not true. So the way that death happens is because of these things at the end of your DNA, the end of your chromosomes called telomeres. They shorten every time that your DNA replicates itself, which means that death is not from us like coming from the tree of knowledge. It's just like a part of the that doesn't account for the useless DNA. That's telomeres, which is DNA that actually has a use.
Okay, so how do you factually know, I guess, that it's useless?
Because so the way DNA works is that it gets like formatted and then it gets like brought up and expressed into proteins. But in the time where it's getting formatted, all of the useless elements are removed, and your messenger RNA takes one look at this DNA and it's like slices it off and gets rid of it.
So I want to make sure I understand this right. Because we have not found a reason for it, or scientists haven't found a reason that this happens. Or
No. I'm sorry, no finish.
There's no creation that it doesn't work in the manner in which it does?
No. So what this demonstrates is not that this is like the claim is not that we don't know what this DNA does. We have lots of DNA that we know does something, but we don't know what it does. So it's not that we just don't know what this DNA does. It's that we do know that it does nothing because it never gets processed or expressed because it gets spliced off and is trash. It's removed by the messenger RNA before it ever gets processed into literally anything.
Okay.
So we know that this. It's not that we don't know that what it does. It's that we do know that it is useless.
Sure. You know, I've been asked before also the appendix, if you can just remove that and still live for the rest of your life, why is it then that God gave you an appendix? But, you know, that doesn't prove to me, you know, the lack of that does not, you know, stating that something does not help or hurt one way or the other, prove God's inexistence to me.
But this DNA, this useless DNA, doesn't help and does harm. It's useless. It's parasitic. It overwrites useful pieces of DNA. It will replicate itself and then replace parts of the DNA that is actually useful, that actually does something. It causes horrific diseases. One of the diseases that these mobile elements, that this useless DNA causes, it causes something called Lesch-Nyhan syndrome, which causes 2-year-olds to compulsively attempt to stab sharp things into their eyes and face. And they feel all the pain of it, but they just can't stop themselves from stabbing their eyes and face. So this is not just like a do-nothing piece of DNA. It's like a do-nothing piece of DNA that also causes like grotesque harm.
Sure. I think what you're doing is you're explaining to me a use, maybe not a good one in your worldview or one that does anything constructive, but it's a use that does something bad, and maybe it's useful in the grand design of things. So you've just explained to me the use of it, but it's not your ideal use.
So that creates a much bigger problem for you if that's what you're holding to. Why would God make a disease that causes 2-year-olds to gouge their own eyes out?
Maybe it's not specifically meant for that.
But you just said that it is useful in the grand scheme of things. So why would God ever do that? That's crazy.
What you're doing now is you're asking me a God question, right? So if I'm God, I could answer that question. But if I'm not God, then I can't answer that question for you.
All right. So That's right. I shouldn't be asking you a question. I should be just making the statement. 2-year-olds gouging their eyes out is bad. That's a bad thing. So the fact that God did that means that God can't be all good because 2-year-olds gouging their eyes out is bad.
What if the eye being gouged out at the age of 2, and God could see the future and knew that this child gouging their eyes out and not seeing a certain thing was meant for their salvation in the end? Is that possible?
In what way would gouging your own eyes out, and keep in mind, all of these kids, most of them die before the age of 20. I think all of them actually die before the age of 20, and all of them are severely mentally disabled. So I'm just a little bit confused about the necessity here, unless, of course, do you think like some mentally disabled people, like severely mentally disabled people, do you think some of these people go to hell?
Severe mentally disabled people?
Yeah, do you think certain severely mentally disabled people go to hell?
I guess, I don't know. I suppose that would depend on a few things.
What would that depend on?
Whether they did or did not freely and knowingly commit evil acts.
Okay, wait, so what if the mental disability is like so severe that they have like the mental age of like a 4-year-old?
So I would not factually say, but I would lean towards they probably would not go to hell.
Yeah, so all of these people who are gouging their own eyes out are already not going to hell. They're going to heaven because all these people are all severely mentally disabled. So them gouging their eyes out is just gratuitous.
Talking about the future, right? So
I'm sorry, what?
God could do it any other way, right? He could do it any other way. Or maybe it's that, hey, at the age of 18, they're going to lose their eyes in a more gruesome way.
Most of these people are already dead before the age of 18.
Okay, I mean, fair enough. Maybe it's just a way for people to be dead before the age of 18 and to keep population under control in God's view in a different way than any other way. So you're explaining a use, although it's not ideal to you.
Well, it's just horrific is what it is. 2-year-olds gouging their eyes out is a horrific thing for the 2-year-olds to go through, horrific thing for the parents to go through, horrific thing for the siblings to go through. It's like a deeply horrific, traumatizing thing. And if the only use is like population control, then why wouldn't God just make these people miscarriages?
Saying it's bad, but you're giving me no evidence that it is bad. You're making a fact that it is bad for this to happen. But for all you know, in your worldview, you could also say that it is a good thing.
So, okay. If 2-year-olds gouging their own eyes out is not bad, then it would be good. And that's obviously not true. 2-year-olds gouging their own eyes out, if morality exists at all, it is a moral certainty that 2-year-olds gouging their own eyes out is bad. If that's not deeply fucked up, if causing a 2-year-old to do that isn't deeply fucked up, then nothing on this entire planet is deeply fucked up. That's just intuitive.
So God is a bad God then, is what I'm understanding here. If God created 2-year-olds that gouge their own eyes out, God is a bad God.
Yep, that's exactly right, yeah.
So but you have to admit though, Ian, that you could be wrong, because if God is the creator and arbiter of the universe, it is possible that there is a plan or a grand design behind them doing this that makes some sense that you don't understand, and it makes it possibly good for some reason. You have to agree that that's a possibility because you just don't know. You know, you know the relativity of your earth. You don't know the relativity of the afterlife. You don't know the relativity of, the God's existence. You don't know any of that. So you're making a fact claim based on your own relativity, that something is bad based on my relativity. Therefore, if God designed it, which is above you, that it is perfectly bad, and you just don't know for a fact.
Okay. Is it possible that God is going to send you to hell for believing in him and then all the atheists get to go to heaven?
No, it's not.
Oh, wait, why not? Isn't it because you were so big on like, well, it's certainly a possibility, like God's just so much above us, like we don't really know God. But then when I ask you this like one question, now you want to claim to know God. So why is it not possible that God is going to send all the Christians to hell and bring all the atheists to heaven insofar as God is just too advanced for us?
That's the thing. So maybe God's too advanced for us in areas to know, but there's the word that God gives us also that explains those things that you're asking about right now.
How do you know God's not a liar?
Because he says he's not.
And what if he's lying?
That's contradictory.
In what way? A liar can say that they're not lying. That's not contradictory. That's just them being a liar.
Okay, well, I guess you got me there. Can God create a hammer that he can't lift? Again, it falls on its own face.
That's not the argument. The argument isn't a contradiction. It's just so what you're putting forward is this like skeptical theist hypothesis that we don't know what God would do, that God's plans are just too advanced for us, that we couldn't possibly understand this because we're too simple. The problem with this is that you have literally you undercut the foundations of the Bible. You have no idea if God is just lying to you about everything. You have no idea if God is going to send all the atheists to heaven, send all the Christians to hell. You forfeit the ability to actually make claims about what God would do or wouldn't do if you claim that God is just too advanced for us. Also, Grimlock, thank you so much for the $6.66 on Cash App. Hail, Grimlock. Hail 666. Hail Satan. Big W Grimlock in that comment section. I appreciate it.
See what you're living for, which is money. So what are you living for? Your own fame and money?
Oh, I'm living for making Darth Dawkins take his own life.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think all that money is going to do for you in the end when you're closing your eyes for the long sleep, my friend?
If you sit down and count it out, it's really not a lot, but also, I mean, it helps me. I use this money to reinvest in my stream mostly.
Sure. And what does that do for you that's good?
It helps me bring the message to more people. The fact that God doesn't exist is true, and I should say it.
Why should I believe that atheism is real?
The fact that 2-year-olds gouge their own eyes out.
But again, you're saying factually that that is wrong, but you have no absolute world that you live in.
What do you mean?
You don't have an absolute world. You're matter in motion.
Yeehaw. Thank you so much. Yeah, that is my absolute world.
You're matter in motion, and you believe certain factual truths based on the fact that you're an accident that rose up millions of years ago out of the construction of nothing that created you. But you can form and articulate arguments, Ian. You have the ability to do. And the thing that created you, or as a matter of fact, didn't create you, just slapped your ass together.
Whoa, Grimlock, thank you so much for the $6.66 on Cash App. Hail, Grimlock. Hail, 666. Hail, Satan. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Grimlock. Big W, Grimlock. I appreciate the hell out of you.
No, worshiping everybody for your money. So is that going to happen?
What? It's not. I'm just thanking people who have been generous enough to give to me. That's very kind of them. I don't know why that makes you cry. I don't know why that puts you on the verge of tears. Oh, he ran. Ooh, okay. Well, I accept your surrender, guest. Folded like a chair, scrambled like an omelet, reformatted like a hard drive. Whoa, thank you so much, Daniel, for the $6.66 on Cash App for the Darth Dawkins Self-Unaliving Fund. Hail, Daniel. Hail, 666. Hail, Satan. Big W, Daniel, in that comment section. I appreciate the hell out of you. Someone told me to debate Darth Dawkins. Darth Dawkins refuses to debate me. Yeehaw. Thank you so much, Tweener. Tried to go on his live just last night. He refused to debate me unless I apologized for being mean to him the last time we debated. After I told him I wasn't apologizing, he kicked me. So Darth Dawkins will never talk to me again because he knows that he has nothing. But keep on double tapping on that screen, sharing it with your friends. If you're in that guest request box, make sure that you're 18 or older. Whoa, chat, thank you so much for the dinosaurs. Why the fuck would God kill the dinosaurs? I appreciate that. Big W chat in that comment section. So make sure that you're 18 or older, that you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and that you have an argument which does not involve personal experience. If you don't have that, don't request to join. And if you want to support the stream, Venmo's allegedly -Ian. Cash App is just allegedly Ian. Have I debated Elliot? No, nor will I. That dude is insane. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Peyton?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 21.
Okay, and what religion?
I follow Jesus.
Okay, what's your strongest argument for the existence of God that does not involve personal experience?
Well, there was thousands of people that have claimed to see Jesus and seen his works.
Okay, and where can I find these testimonies of these 1,000 people? Where is this written?
It's all throughout history. It's in books. It's just like when George Washington got inaugurated. It's in history.
Oh, according to who? Who are the people?
Well, the people, I don't know exactly who the people are, but everybody as a whole world has accepted that as facts.
If everyone as a whole world has accepted that as facts, then why is 70% of the world population not Christian?
Well, does everybody accept that George Washington was the first president?
Yes.
So everybody accepts those facts together.
Yes.
So that is what I'm saying with the Jesus thing. There's plenty of proof and plenty of people saying that it happened. There's plenty of
who are these people?
Does it matter? Do you know the
Yes,
people that
it does.
Who are the people that made the paper for the inauguration?
The inauguration of George Washington?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know the names of these people, but I could tell you lots of people who have written about George Washington. We have Alexander Hamilton. We have the writings from the dude himself. Literally everyone who existed at the same time, who was, especially the people who were in Congress, all of these people wrote extensively about George Washington.
All right. So I don't know the names of the people, but all the gladiators that were there that were putting Jesus on the cross. We don't know the names, but it's there. I mean,
yeah, I'm just asking, what's the evidence? Where can I verify any of this evidence?
Through books.
Which books?
That I can't help you with.
Okay, so your evidence is literally just like, I'm not giving you evidence. Like, you want to make claims and you're directly telling me that you will not give me evidence.
Well, I mean, I'm not a web browser, I can't go back all the way and name every single fucking pencil that was written.
I'm asking you to name, you said historians. Historians claim that all these things actually happened to Jesus, that Jesus actually resurrected. I agree that Jesus was a real person because he's mentioned by, I think, one or two historians of the time actually do mention him and mention that he has a cult following. Unfortunately, they leave out a couple of key details, that he was the Messiah, that he was resurrected, that any of that happened. All these historians leave out those details, those key details, which would lead me to believe that that actually didn't happen. But I'm just asking you, who are the historians that prove that it did happen?
Yeah. Well, I don't know the names, like I said.
All right. I guess I could just ask you some basic Bible questions, I suppose. If the flood happened, how did the kangaroos get to Australia?
What happened? Pangea.
Oh, that's going to be a problem because Pangea was long before humans existed. So the flood would have had to happen around, I don't know, at least 200,000 years, or at most 200,000 years ago, whereas Pangea split apart like 100 million years ago, which means that Pangea can't account for the kangaroos getting there.
Well, if you're saying, if the ark is real, then those animals, he could have brought them over there.
From the Middle East? He took a little boat trip from the Middle East?
Well, if the whole world was about to flood, then he went to every continent and took animals. Yeah.
Okay, wait. So you think that Noah was the first human to get to the Americas?
Well, I mean, yeah, but technically, if we're going off historics, American Indians are technically the first ones that.
True.
And
Based?
a lot of people don't talk about that either, though.
Based? Unexpectedly based? Okay. Yeah, that's like chill enough, but then are you saying that it's like ahistoric to say that the flood happened?
Yeah, I'm saying that's kind of a historic event. Yeah.
Oh, wait, so did it happen historically or did it not happen historically?
Either or.
Oh, okay. So it's one or the other, right? Like it can't be either or. It either happened historically or it didn't happen historically.
All right. Well, then I mean, it happened historically, I guess. 'Cause, I
Okay.
mean, it works either way because people have told tales about it too. But there's also historic, shit on it.
Okay, that's fine. So, I mean, there's obviously no evidence that Noah brought the kangaroos to Australia, but how do we have like plants? Like where the fuck did plants come from? How do we have flowers if all of them died in the flood?
Well, look at Chernobyl. It actually just got a black fungi that's starting to grow there. Magical things happen, man. Stuff can grow anywhere.
So your explanation is magic. So flowers come from seeds.
No. That wasn't literal. You know what I was doing there. Come on.
Okay, wait. So flowers grow from seeds, and fungi is very resilient. It grows like very many places. I agree with this. Fungi is amazing. Flowers, on the other hand, don't grow everywhere. And in fact, if they were all covered by water, then they would all be dead. So I'm just confused as to where the flowers came from.
Well, if there's biological life in fungi, then the fungi, if there's biological cells and stuff, then they can, migrate or something can happen. They can adapt and become flowers or other things.
Do you think fungi is in the same category as plants?
No.
Okay. So where did the flowers come from?
It's kind of like fossil fuels, I guess.
I don't know what that means. Do you want to clarify?
The plants were there beforehand, so it could have, after all the water was gone, it could, just like fossil fuels, it layers up over time.
Yeah, so we have flowers now. Presumably we had flowers before, but all the flowers would be dead and all their seeds would be worthless and also dead after they get covered in torrential floods. So where did they come from?
What you're trying to say right now is after a flood, life will never grow there again. That's not how that works.
No, what I'm saying is after the flood, all of the things are dead, which means they don't make new things because they're all dead.
There's animals that were on the boat when they get out and they shit. That's living. There's living cells in that shit.
The seeds are dead. The seeds don't grow. They're dead. They just got covered in floodwater. The fish are dead. All the fish are dead.
Soil, though. There's still nitrogen in the soil. Like you're going on a base level of organisms. You got to go deeper into the cells. Cells are
Yeah. So where do flowers come from?
Seeds.
Yeah, and where were the seeds during the flood?
Washed somewhere.
They were underwater for a year.
How did the bird get to the boat? That because the bird went to the boat.
It didn't.
That's how Moses knew there was land because the water was.
None of this happened. Wait, so do you think that there was that all these carbon-based life forms were killed by the flood? That all of these animals, all these plants, they just died from the flood?
I know not everything can die from just water though. That's what I'm saying. There was still stuff that was around. All
Yeah,
that
but
food
there's
is not
like just
lava.
a gargantuan release of like carbon into the air.
Wait, say that again. What'd you say?
Was there a gargantuan release of carbon into the air from the death of all these carbon things? Under floodwaters, you know, the extermination of all the bugs, all the animal life, all of like, you know, all this life just gets exterminated instantly. Was there like a huge release of carbon?
I don't know. What do you think?
There would need to be, right? That if all these carbon-based life forms are unalived, then there's going to be a huge release of carbon. So my question is very simple. Why didn't Noah die of like turbo climate change, given this like massive release of carbon?
Well, was there not? Dang, that's a good one. I don't know.
Thank you so much, Amir. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I don't know. You got anything else?
Yeah, I want to talk about the what you were talking about with that other guy.
Yeah. So why would God give us such a cruel anatomy?
Yeah. So with that, I mean, God is all powerful, not all doing. So it's not like he's all powerful, not all doing. So he's not like Satan could have made those fucking diseases, you know?
No, because it says in the Bible that one, God constructs your anatomy, that he assembles like all of your parts, and that two, or which I assume includes like cellular parts, and two, that it literally says that God like strings you together in your womb, which I can only assume that God is like the one who's giving your genetics. Also, these problems result literally just from the way that our DNA and our cells are structured. So insofar as your cells are structured in this way, these diseases are always going to follow. Things like cancer, for example. So God is directly responsible in three ways, in that he designs our anatomy, which causes this stuff, and also that he like literally, or I guess just two ways, that he like gives you your genetics. So God would be responsible for these things. So why would God give anybody a disease which causes them to gouge their own eyes out at the age of 2?
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to argue with you.
All right, well, appreciate you coming on up.
Yep. Have a good one.
Yeah, you as well. Make sure you're double tapping on that screen if you're enjoying the debates. Make sure you're dropping that follow. If you're in that guest request box, make sure that you are 18 or older, believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and have an argument which does not involve personal experience. Keep on double tapping on that screen, sharing it with your friends as we go to the next guest. Make sure you're all drinking water too. Let's all take a second to drink water together.
Yo, hello?
You don't sound 18 or older. How old are you?
I'm like 14. Never go.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be 18 or older. Simple instructions, but alas, people can't follow them. So if you're not 18 or older, don't request to join. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Billy?
What's up, man?
Hey, how old are you?
How old am I? I'm 39.
Okay, what religion?
I'm Christian.
Okay, what's your strongest argument for the existence of God that does not involve personal experience?
Well, I have my own. I think that because the universe is beautiful and it's the absolute truth, and that's the power of nature. It's designed that way. It's nature. God created the laws of the universe. Beautiful. He created nature. He created that as a law, and it's beautiful because that's what God is.
Okay. What about all the ugly things in the world?
I think that they are a result of mankind.
Oh, wait, so how do you know that God didn't want to create the ugly things and that all the beautiful things are a result of mankind?
I think that he allowed the creation of both bad and good.
Yeah, wait, so then your hypothesis is compatible. When we look at the world around us, there's both beautiful things and ugly things. Any explanation you give for why ugly things exist can also just be like flipped on you. I can just say, well, why would what if God wanted to actually only create the ugly things, and that mankind decided to bring beauty into the world? The world is identical and under both hypotheses. So we would be forced to conclude that God actually wants ugliness.
Okay, so I think that beautiful has triumphed over the evil in the world, and that's why we can see the world as beautiful. And I mean, give me a second. Let me think about my thoughts.
Can you tell me
so
what's
know
beautiful
how-
about
know how-
Kansas?
Give me a second. Wait,
Okay.
let me explain something.
Okay.
So, do you know how like matter won antimatter by like 1% or something like that?
No.
Okay, so matter supposedly had won antimatter by 1%, and so I think that science kind of like things in science represent the
By
way God
1% of
works.
what?
Hold on, let me finish explaining. The way God works, the way the science works, and the way the universe works is the way God works. And so what we see a beautiful universe, but there is the evil that still exists that is within us, and it also exists in the spiritual realm, and when it comes through us basically.
What 1% of what? This is just word salad. I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, so for example, like things like cancer could be formed because of the way we eat things. We eat processed foods, put chemicals in foods. So a lot of bad things that are actually happening is because of us starving children and whatnot. It's because we have free will. We're the cause of all of the evil in the world.
That's nice. Wait, so why did dinosaurs have cancer too?
Maybe they were eating bad things too. I don't know.
Was that like a result of their free will? Like, what was the bad things that these dinosaurs were eating to get cancer?
So I do think that dinosaurs are part of the spiritual diaphragm of things, and when we see dinosaurs, we mostly see like these monstrous like creatures, and those creatures that were big and monstrous were the first ones to die off, and the things that survived were things that were small mammals and that were able to come to love. So in that way, God had evolved us to be a part of the love of the universe.
Man, why the fuck would God do that to the dinosaurs? I miss Stegosaurus every day. Pour one out for my buddy T-Rex.
Yeah, because the thing is that it's like it's the ego, and animals have like instincts, and our instincts are to like come into the 7 deadly sins. Like we are arrogant fast, we are angry fast, we are lustful fast, and those things that are instinctful feelings that are also egotistical, they don't rely on reasoning. Like when we feel those things, we have to stop ourselves from thinking like that. And
Yeah,
we
wait,
have to come to-
speaking of arrogant fast, do you even remember the question that I asked you?
What was the question you asked me?
Yeah, you have no idea. The question was, why the fuck would God do that to the dinosaurs? Why would God make the dinosaurs just to eliminate them?
I just was explaining that to you.
You were not explaining that. You were saying nonsense and gibberish.
Okay, because like I literally was explaining to you why.
Or dinosaurs, what does the ego have to do with dinosaurs? What do the 7 deadly sins have to do with dinosaurs?
Because it's their instinct to be those 7 deadly sins.
Did dinosaurs sin?
Yeah, they could probably sin.
Oh wait, so you're saying that sin entered into the world before humans even existed?
Yeah, it did, because
Gotcha. Wait, so then the Bible's wrong. It says that sin entered into the world after Adam and Eve brought it in. But if sin existed during the dinosaurs, then sin already existed in the world.
Who said that sin entered the world when Adam and Eve came?
The Bible.
Who was the first being to sin?
The Bible literally says that Adam and Eve
Isn't
were.
the devil the first being to sin?
But it says that on Earth that sin entered into the world only under Adam and Eve.
I don't know if it says that sin entered the world when Adam and Eve was in, because if the serpent was on the earth, then sin was already on the earth.
Thank you so much for the dinosaur, Jennifer. Don't let God see.
So, there, like the devil was a sinner. He was the serpent. He was on the earth. So there was already sin in the world. Temptation.
Wait. So it says
Temptation
that.
was already in the world.
So it says that sin entered the world through one man.
Sin entered the world through one man.
Yeah, that's
Where does it say
Romans
that?
5:12.
Okay. And
So,
Romans was written by a bunch of Romans,
do
right?
you even know who Romans was written by?
I'm guessing it was Paul and his disciples, or it could be like a mix of different Romans,
So,
different people that were Gentiles that believed in Jesus.
so you're
It's
saying
one of
Paul
those
is wrong?
things.
You're gonna throw the founding father of Christianity under the bus?
Um,
You're gonna reject all
no,
of Paul's
no,
stuff?
no. I'm not rejecting all of Paul's stuff. Like honestly, I don't believe that everything in the Bible is probably true. It's my opinion to decipher what's true and what's not, or to decipher how does it make sense.
Gotcha. Wait.
And I
So,
think that you can interpret it your own way too, because I believe that God is like the universe, and if you're looking at it from the outer perspective, and then you look at the Bible, then you can try to like understand it from that sense, and that's the way I try to understand it.
gotcha. So, the Bible contains falsehoods. Is that what you're saying? There are lies in the Bible.
No, I'm not saying I cannot say that for a fact. I just think that maybe certain things are wrong, or certain things might be misinterpreted, or
So the Bible is
you
wrong in
have to
places.
no, bro. Like it's an opinion. It's just like theories. It's like
Yeah. Wait.
certain things make sense, but they may not make complete sense to you. To another person, they might make sense. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like
No.
it's your interpretation. It's the way you choose to interpret it.
So
Like
there
I
are
believe
some
in
things in the
karma.
Bible that you disagree with. So you would say that the Bible in places is wrong, that it's incorrect.
I think that certain things don't make sense. Like if you for example, and in order to really truly understand it, you also have to read the passages surrounding it, because then it makes sense what it means. So when you read that verse, right? It says that man brought sin into the world, right?
Yep.
So the idea behind that is that the world was perfect until man started to sin with his free will, until he started to do bad things.
That's not true, because the dinosaurs had cancer, and you said that cancer is a result of their sinning. That dinosaurs were already sinning, which means that the world was not perfect.
Well, then maybe when they say that man brought sin into the world, maybe it means that the man brought sin into his world, because we have
How
our
many
own,
worlds are
we have
there?
our own reality. We have our own reality.
Is God in reality?
Yeah, he's in all the realities.
Gotcha. Wait,
What
so
I
how
mean by
many
is like, for
worlds?
example,
How many
like
worlds are there?
what I mean, like for example, there's the cat world, there's the dinosaur world, there's the mankind world, there's you know what I mean. That's what I mean by
I don't know what you mean.
worlds.
How many worlds are there?
So it's what I mean by the world is our reality. For example, in Europe, the reality in the world, the way they look at they measure things is with like Celsius. They may use different things like meters, but then in our world, in our country, in our
Yeah, we
side of
use
the
freedom
world,
units, of course. Wait, but
yeah.
do cats exist on the same world as humans?
So all our worlds are combined here, and I think that also, we are different creatures, different things from all around the world, probably come from the stars, like different zodiac signs. And then Earth is kind of like a big zoo where all our worlds just basically are colliding.
What the fuck? Harving, thank you so much for the $6.66 on Venmo. Hail,
But
Harving.
I wanted
Hail,
to,
666.
I wanted
Hail,
to,
Satan. Big W, Harving. I appreciate the hell
I
out of
don't know,
you.
yeah. But I wanted to talk to you about the eternal evolution thing, and I wanted to say, like, if you
Eternal
believe,
evolution?
you said eternal and evolution. I wanted to talk about
Gotcha. Sure, let's do it. Which
eternity.
one do you want to do first?
So you believe that the universe is eternal, right? And that
I
it can,
do.
okay. So, and you believe in evolution, right?
I do. Well, wait, so I think the
So,
universe is eternal, not like the world itself.
okay, so if the universe is eternal, that and it just keeps on expanding and crunching, could it not have evolved to become God?
What the fuck? What? I don't even. What?
It's very
I'm
funny. I know.
sorry. I
But
don't
look,
mean to be like
look,
super
think about it.
disrespectful.
Think about it. I know it's okay, bro. It's okay. I know that it's pretty funny, but you know, this is
I
like
have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
dude.
Cyber, thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo. Big W Cyber. I appreciate the hell out of that. Thank you so much, Cyber. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So, like, the universe will inevitably become God if the universe is eternal, because our minds could eventually mend with technology. We could eventually become radio signals. We can eventually become one with electromagnetic waves and whatnot. So it is inevitable that we will, if the world is going to become a big crunch, that we would have to eventually become one consciousness or part of everything that is around us. If you live, like, for example, if our earth became a lot hotter and whatnot, then we would basically have to just be like molecules and just waves. We would have to just be beyond just solid material. We would have to become gases and whatnot. So we would have to basically become one with the universe. And then, so this is how the universe can become conscious. And this would be the reason why everything is so perfect in our universe, because it's part conscious. So it's inevitable that for it to become God, if the universe is eternal, like one way or another, it's going to become God. And that's actually what God's name is. The word Yahweh, it says there's two different words for it, two different meanings. It's I am, and it's I am to become.
Okay. When your brain goes away, if your brain gets crunched, you no longer have consciousness. If your brain is gone, your consciousness is also gone. That's why when people's brains get damaged, their consciousness also gets damaged. So that's just not going to happen, right? Like after, so first of all, we're going to be dead long before the big crunch happens. But in addition to that, like setting that all aside, even if we were alive when the big crunch happens, we would just die in the big crunch because our brains would get squished.
You may be dead, right? You may be dead, but we right now have the technology to take your consciousnesses and upload it into artificial intelligence.
We don't.
So yes, we do.
So you think artificial intelligence is sentient?
It may seem sentient or not. For example, this world, right? Like if it's an AI could have created this world. Like,
do you have any? Okay.
I mean, there's a bunch of articles about this. We've taken people that are dead, and we've taken their conscious, we took in their memories, and we've created beings.
We have not created anything conscious.
Yeah, bro. Look, we've taken.
Prove it. Wait, prove it.
I'm gonna give you one example. We've taken.
Cite a source.
Cells. Huh?
Cite a source that says that we've created something conscious.
Okay, it's not about even if it's conscious or not.
It's not. We have created nothing conscious. That's the issue.
We still take we mimic your consciousness.
We don't.
And we put it, bro. We take this information from people, from beings, from brain cells, and we've taken DNA, we've taken brain cells and put them into computers, and they mimic consciousness. And we're not sure if
source. No, that's not true.
Up, man, just look it up.
No, so wait. As someone who has like a computer science degree, I'm telling you for a fact that this is not true. AI is not that advanced. We have no evidence that AI is sentient, and lots of evidence that it's not.
We've taken people's memories, photos, videos, and we've uploaded it into an AI program, and it mimics the way
How do we
the
get
person
somebody's memories? What's that process like?
Well, they've recorded their video. They have their recorded videos, and they use their recorded videos to
So we had a bunch of
the
people running
AI.
around with GoPros.
Oh my God, are you gonna just mock this because that seems
It's not
narcissistic?
true. It should be mocked. It's obvious
No, it
nonsense.
shouldn't be
Like
mocked because
you think that we live
seems
in like
ignorant.
Black
Why are you
Mirror?
being ignorant, bro?
It's
Yeah,
listen, buddy. I'm like way more knowledgeable about you
no, you're
than
not. No, you're not.
unironically.
You're
I
not
literally have a
showing that.
degree
You're
in
just
computer
right now. You're
science.
just trying to like overthrow me, and
It's not that hard, trust me. But you just have
it's
no
not that.
idea what you're
What's not that
talking
hard?
about. And it's hard to even find like a diving in point because you have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude, I know exactly what I'm talking about, and you're just
Okay,
trying to
wait. So
deviate off of
can
the
you
truth.
explain can you
You're trying to
explain
deviate off of the truth. If you have
yeah,
science,
let's ask
if
you just like a basic. So
if you
what's the
have all of this
mathematics?
knowledge, hold on a
What's the
second. Let me
branch
finish talking because
what's the
you're
branch of
talking over me,
mathematics that underlies artificial intelligence? Can you tell us? Can
bro.
you explain what like a tensor is?
This is
Wait,
becoming a
could you
pointless
explain what a tensor
conversation.
is?
What?
Can you explain what a tensor is?
Dude, you're just looking for shit, bro. We're
You
done.
have no idea.
We're
You don't even
done.
know. If you don't know what a
You've already
tensor is,
shown
then you
your
have genuinely
ignorance.
no idea.
You've
Because
shown your
tensors are
face, bro.
like
You've shown
this is
your
where they
face. You're
store all
done.
of the variables that are involved in your AI.
You're busy mocking God. You want to deviate off of the truth, and
You literally took us to like a Black Mirror
bro, if you
episode.
have
You
exactly,
have no
and
idea.
I
Wait,
have,
if I put a matrix in front of you, would you
I
be able
have,
to do
bro.
matrix multiplication?
Bro, listen. I have brought it to a Black Mirror thing, and that is inevitable. That Black Mirror shit is inevitable. Don't you understand that? And so
No,
that
I
means,
don't.
all right, I guess
You live in
you're of
a
old age.
science fiction world.
No, it's not science fiction. It's
Give
what's
me a
gonna
single
become
source that say
reality,
that we've
bro.
created consciousness.
It doesn't matter if it's conscious or not. The
It
point is that
does.
they're able to put something similar to consciousness into AI.
I don't know what it means for something to be similar to consciousness.
Similar to consciousness, man.
What does that even mean? What is something similar to consciousness?
When
You're either
something's able
conscious
to,
or you're
when
not.
something is able to respond back to you, when something is able to eat, what is life? Something that's able to breathe, eat, respond. That's what is basically life. So is AI life?
Grimlock, thank you so much for the $6.66 on Cash App. Hail
So-
Grimlock. Hail
so-
666. Hail Satan. Big W Grimlock. I appreciate the hell out of you.
So if something's able to respond, breathe, eat, and even form other replicas of itself, like robots, forming robots, then it's like as if it's already creating life.
Wait. So that's not true. First of all, AI can't make other AIs, but that's not like I could in 5 minutes I could create a program that responds to you.
It can eventually.
Yeehaw! Thank you so much. I can
If
just
you
give it
program
basic
it to do
responses.
that-
So the thing that it actually needs is to give responses that indicate some level of understanding. The responses that AI gives indicate no level of understanding.
There's things that we created that we wouldn't have thought we would have created 100 years ago, and we would look at it as magic now. And we are looking at things that are very possible that we can create, such as moving our consciousness into computers and whatnot.
This is like you live in like a Futurama episode.
It's inevitable.
This isn't real.
It's not real right now to you, but that would be completely ignorant to you for you to say that it's not highly possible. It is very highly possible.
It's possible. I have no idea
It's
what the
very
probability of
highly
this is.
possible.
And in fact, we have good reason to think that AI will level off.
Everything that we think of, that we're thinking of creating, that we're throwing out into movies and whatnot, we're able to put our thoughts on TV, on the phone and whatnot. It's already pretty magical, bro. So we're getting there. You know,
You should stop listening to Elon Musk and start learning Python to understand. But I'd keep on cooking that guest, but he already seems plenty cooked. So make sure you're double tapping on that screen, sharing it with your friends. If you want to join the stream, if you're in that guest request box, make sure that you're 18 or older, you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and you have an argument which does not involve personal experience. Make sure you're dropping that follow as well, and with that, we'll go to the next guest. If you want to support the stream, the Venmo is allegedly-Ian. Cash App is just allegedly Ian. Both are in my bio. What's up? How's it going?
Yo, so you just clarified, I requested before you said that, but I don't know if I believe in the God of the Bible or the Quran, but I think they all point to the same God, like a lot of their ideology.
Well, that's not true, right? Because the God of the Bible is triune. It's the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, whereas the God of the Quran is singular. It's like, there's no God but Allah. They're directly contradictory.
Yeah, so I think like God is like obviously not a human, right? In the Christian story, yes, you have Jesus Christ. He came down in human form, but God is not like a human.
Is Jesus Christ God?
So it's going to be like he's going to be a being that we don't understand, right? So a lot of people in those religions say the word love, right? Like God is love, or they say peace, God is peace. So there's like points of all those religions that point to love and peace. And yeah, there's some stuff that's iffy, but I don't know if God is real, right? Then it's going to be hard to communicate. He's going to try to communicate with us through our own way of thinking and in books and stuff. But if we are sinners, according to God, right? Like we're sinners. We're not perfect.
So thank you.
We have free spirit. We have free will, right? So things
according
are gonna
to
change.
Which God?
We're going to develop books as humans, right? We're going to develop books and everything's going to be interpreted differently. But if God is real, he's a feeling and like,
Is God... Wait, I'm so sorry. I just want to clarify because this conversation just might not be what I'm interested in. Do you believe in God as like a bodiless mind who
You're just
created
interested
everything?
in roasting Christians, bro. You don't actually want to have a conversation.
Yeah, wait, because what you're talking about is not what I'm talking about. When I say God, I'm talking about a God who is all good, all powerful, all knowing, a bodiless mind who created everything.
Yes, that's the God I believe in, who's all powerful,
Okay, gotcha.
all knowing.
All right, what's the evidence that this God exists?
It's just like, bro, it's all about faith, and it really is just you have to
Okay.
build a connection, and you're gonna have certain feelings. Like if you're going against it, like God's not gonna put the energy in your life, right? Like I'm a believer in science too, like quantum mechanics, like bro, we're seeing some weird shit with science that we can't really explain about energy right now, and like what love can do to like just still physical surfaces. And
What are you talking about?
like what's the experiment with the water, bro, where we looked at how energy made water shake, right?
What? What are you talking about?
There's an experiment where we left a cup of water in a room, and I don't know what it was, but it was some sort of like it was like affirmations, bro. And I don't know, we'll have to fact check this, but like this is actually really interesting. A lot of people they put a bunch of people in a room, right? And they had one group of people give affirmations to the water, like, you are great water. I forget what it was. And then the water started shaking in the one room or something, or like the pH was way different or something. And then they looked at the other water. Dude, listen, bro, this sounds crazy.
What the fuck are you talking about? This is nonsense. Wait, do you have like a source, like a study? Because that just sounds like gibberish to me.
So my question is, have you ever tried to build a relationship with God?
Well, yeah, I was Christian, and then somebody gave me like basic logic, and then I was like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, like certainly God doesn't exist. But if God wants a relationship with me, why wouldn't he make his existence known? I can't form a relationship with someone if I don't know that they exist. I can't have a girlfriend who I have faith exists. I need to actually know that my partner exists. I need to know that my friends exist. I can't be friends with someone if I don't know that they exist. So if God wants a relationship with me, why wouldn't he make his existence known?
I think he does to some people who really, I don't know, just put in the effort to find him. Like, I don't know, like I know God, like I said, I don't know, I do see things differently, and I know you're trying to talk to a specific religion, but I do think there is an energy that listens to you when you pray. And, like whether that's a God, like you look at the Bible and about like the way they talk about slavery and women and stuff, and it's like, it gets a little, that's where I start to kind of lose track of it, you know what I'm saying? But like but there is a God like manifesting. That's something that's being proven to be real right now. Like,
yeah, wait, but how could God expect me to like seek out a relationship with him if like would you seek out a relationship with like like Casper the Friendly Ghost if I encouraged you to?
Do you believe in any ghosts at all? Let me answer your question.
I don't. Wait, but would you be willing to seek out a relationship with Casper the Friendly Ghost?
Dude, you gotta understand what you're asking me.
It's a yes or no question. Would you be willing to seek out a relationship with Casper the Friendly Ghost?
If if I had reasons to believe he was real, yeah, of course I would
Perfect.
try.
And if I had reasons to believe that God was real, then maybe I would, but I don't.
That's fair enough, bro. I mean, have you ever tried praying? You said
Yeah.
you said you
Yes,
used
I
to
used
be
to
a
be
Christian.
Christian, and I've prayed many times on the stream. Yes.
What's something you pray for? Well, I'll pray for you, bro.
Oh, let's all pray right now to have God lift the cap off of this marker.
No, we got to pray for something real in your life, bro. Give us something
Yeah,
to pray for.
let's pray for this thing. God can prove his existence to 1,000 people right now.
Yeah, but that's not how he works, man. It's all about faith. You got to just pray. Like you got to trust, bro. It's not like you can't if God is real, you are not his slave, but if God is real, you are his sub being, right? Like you can't command God to open a market for you, bro. Like if you're
I
out
thought we were
here-
gonna pray
No,
for
listen.
something.
If
I
you're
thought we were
out-
gonna pray for
I know,
something.
but I'm trying to apply logic to the situation you're sitting in right now, because you're saying God has never given me a sign he's real, but yet you sit up here and you denounce the books that point a lot of people towards him. So why would he show you signs that he's real when you're just sitting up here giving nothing but negative energy to it? Like
So that I stop
why
giving
would he
negative
want
energy.
you in his kingdom or in his higher existence of being?
Well, if God knows me, then he knows that I'm only doing this because I think that it's true. Which means that if I had a reason to think that it wasn't true, that I would host lives that say that God is real. But fortunately, I'm not too worried about that insofar as God's like definitely not real. The fact that he doesn't reveal himself but wants a relationship with people is a contradiction. The fact that I know that you know that if we pray for this marker cap to be lifted, that this marker cap's not getting fucking lifted. That's not going to happen. I just have no evidence to think that God actually exists.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not a person, bro. Like look at your picture you have on your live. Obviously, God is not an old man with hair and hands who is looking at the world like we are. This isn't like some anime where there's a higher God controlling a planet, right? Like bro, we're talking about purity of existence, just plain existence. If you go back and you say, do you believe in evolution? Let me ask you that to continue my point.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so
do you not believe in evolution?
No, I'd never said that. I might believe in evolution, and this is what I'm saying. If evolution exists, and whatever, we moved from monkeys, and it goes all the way back to when we were just like one cell, right?
We were never monkeys, but keep on going.
Well, what comes before that? It's like you just keep going back in time, right? And
so before the cell was the protocell, and before the protocell was the primordial soup.
So dude, my question to you is, how did the universe start under your worldview?
Universe didn't start, it's always existed.
So you believe in the concept of infinity?
Yep.
How can you believe in the concept of infinity? That's a concept of God, bro. You're getting so close.
So infinity is just when you have a sequence that never ends. Notice how I made no mention of God.
So isn't infinite existence? So you don't think our universe can end then? You don't think everything can end?
I think that the universe has always existed. I'm agnostic to whether or not it's going to end. I mean, I guess my intuition would tell me no, that it's going to keep on going forever.
So, dude, this is what I'm saying. If the universe is infinite, you don't think that's like a miracle in and of itself? Like, no, there's got to be some sort of energy that connects all of it. If it's an infinite universe of just existence, there has to be a power or an energy is the best word I can think of. Like a source is another good word. There has to be a source of just
what it actually means, because if the universe is infinite, that means that there isn't a source, that the universe doesn't come from somewhere because it's always existed. The question of like, where did this infinite, eternal thing come from is a nonsense question. Where did it come from? Nowhere. There was never a point where it came from somewhere.
How do you know, bro?
Yeah, two ways. The quantum eternity theorem, which states that the universe has always existed and always been changing. And then an argument for why God couldn't possibly have created the universe, why time itself can't have a beginning, because if time had a beginning, then there would be a change, but of course change can't happen unless time exists.
So time has to exist for the universe to exist.
Yes, the fundamental substance of the universe is space-time. This is just the physics consensus.
All right, you're starting to lose me, man.
Which part? Like the facts,
not
or
the space and the time? No, I kind of agree though. Like if you have time, right? The universe, for the universe to exist, there has to be time. I don't
Yeah.
know, bro. I don't know. I feel like we can have a very base level of energy that just doesn't operate in time. Like that would obviously be way before us, and like humans and planets kind of wouldn't exist because planets are like life forms. Like they
Yeah, and
hold physical substance. But
did this baseline energy change?
bro, how do you know that we never had a universe that wasn't in the physical? We could have had a universe that was purely energy and there were no planets. You know what I'm saying? Right now, to our knowledge, planets and stars and meteors are like the only physical thing. So it's like we're operating in just a bunch of space. But who says there wasn't a universe before time where none of the physical existed?
A universe before time?
Yeah,
This
and
is
I
the
think that
problem
would
of
argue. I
stipulating
think that
these
would argue
things.
spiritual existence.
Stipulating these things is because you're always going to use time words to describe them. You betray your own conception of it. You can't have a before. There's no such thing as a time before time. That's just a nonsense statement.
How, bro?
A time before time. So you have time before time exists.
Dude, no, not a time before time, an existence before time. There was we were saying a universe before a time, right? So, dude, we got to take our time in our universe is prevalent. Yes, to our understanding as humans, time, we are living in a physical world where there is time. But the universe, I'm saying the universe as a whole. How do you know the universe was only physical planets? How do we know you don't go into a black hole could pull someone into a timeless, different universe that existed first before all the planets started spawning?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you start really.
Yeah, wait. So let's wait.
looking at
I'll answer the question. I'll
existence.
answer the question. So how do I know that can't be the case? Is because if you enter into this dimension, then time exists because there's a change of states. A change of states requires time because you have at least two states. The only thing that prevents these two states from being the same state is because they exist at different times. Otherwise, you would have always existed in the black hole dimension, but you don't. That's how we know.
Really necessarily a thing until that second universe is created. So if the first universe is operating and it's the very first universe and there's no time, right? It's only energy. It's just energy. It's just existing, right? It's just nuclear, whatever, atoms, whatever the fuck we want to call it. There is no time until the second universe spawns in, which would be when God created our universe in the argument of religion.
So at the time when the second universe spawned in, then time came into existence. So at the time where the second universe spawns in, then time comes into existence.
Exactly, and so that's
so it already existed before. So it didn't come into existence because it already existed before.
No. So my point here to the prompt, and I'm trying to connect it to God, is because I'm making a big point on that, is if God existed, he could have existed in a universe without time. And then the Bible tells a story of him creating the earth, right? Whatever, the sun. I'm not the most knowledgeable, I apologize. But he creates 7 days, he creates the earth, he creates our existence. So if we believe God, like I said at the beginning, God is love, God is peace, he is just a feeling, right? Like he is just a connection. So if God is existing before time, he's just pure energy. He's not thinking like us. Like he's not like Casper the Friendly Ghost, like you said.
Do you understand that before is a time word?
Timeless energy. And
do you understand that before is a word that only makes sense if a timeline exists? That it doesn't make sense to say before the timeline because that implies that there's just a bigger timeline.
Well, no, yes, to our existence, I agree 100%.
Oh, then God's nonsense. Then God is nonsensical. God is illogical.
No, I don't believe with that. I don't agree with that.
Oh, wait, but you said that to our existence. So if God doesn't exist in our logic, then God is illogical.
No, that's not what I was agreeing with. I'm agreeing that right now, for me and you, the truth, the reality that we know is a timeline. We are in the timeline. There is no denying the fact that time exists. And even if I'm right and there is a universe that existed without time, it doesn't matter. Now there is time. So that universe, you're exactly right. It did exist.
I'm telling you that this universe. Wait, okay. I just need to break this down for you. That universe couldn't exist. So let me clear up the confusion. So in order for this universe, in order for time to have a beginning, in order for it to come into existence, that's a change of states. This implies that there was the before state where time did not exist. And then there's the after state where time does exist. Now, in order to have this change of states, time must exist. Otherwise, you could never progress from the first state where time doesn't exist to the second state where time does exist. There's no way to get from state 1 to state 2 unless time exists.
I don't know. I think that's exactly where I disagree. I think we can have an energy source, just a pure and it's random. This energy is random. It's just spawning things. It's just, well, so would you say, like, I guess spawning things would be time, but I mean, like, bro, to a clump of energy, to a raw
Does it
source of
do
energy,
like different random things at different times?
like basically what I'm saying is
Yes or no?
space without the physical.
Wait, does it do different random things at different times?
Dude, I think it's just like we'll never really know.
Wait, yes or no?
I mean, yes, because look at us, bro. How do we get
Double
here?
you concession, then time existed.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was at some point spawning random things. Like that's how we got here, and maybe it wasn't random. Like maybe God hand constructed this, like Christians believe. And I agree with a lot of the points Christians make, and I think a lot of their religion makes sense, bro. It just preaches love and peace.
All right. Okay, let's just do this. Wait, so do you agree that creation is a change of states?
Yes.
Do you agree that that creation requires a before, or that a change of states requires a before state and an after state?
Of course.
Do you agree that to get from a before state to an after state, it requires time?
I think the creation of the after state could also be the creation of time.
Wait, so when the act of creation, why wouldn't that have already occurred?
Because what if the first creation, right? The first state, what if the first state never had a state before it? So it
Wait,
was
so let's do we can just push it back like one single iteration. We can say, okay, is there a difference when you go from not creating to creating? Is that a change of states?
Oh, that's a good question. You're going from not creating to creating.
Is that a change of states?
That is a change of states, yes.
Yeah. Now, does this change of states? Do you agree that a change of states is a before state and an after state?
Can I say yes, and can I ask you a question?
Sure. Wait. But I have the third premise to get through. So how about after?
Yeah, sorry, I just got short-term memory. I keep it flowing.
Yeah. So it requires the before state and the after state. So how do you get from the before state to the after state without time? How do you get from not creating to creating without time?
Exactly. Ready? I'm about to blow your mind, bro. You said, how do we get from not creating to creating? Would you agree that not creating could be timeless?
Sure.
There you go. You just said you think, sure, a timeless universe could exist. Because I'm saying a universe that existed.
Yeah,
before
but it would
the
stay
creating.
timeless is the stipulation that the timeless universe could exist, but it would be deadlocked. It can't become a time. You can't go from this timeless universe to this timed universe.
Bro, and
that's
that's
not
what I'm
possible
saying.
because
This is my
in order to
argument.
make this transition, time would need to exist.
Bro, but this is my argument. Bro, how do you know that our universe, we are humans on a speck of earth, bro. The shit we can do is crazy. Like, how do you know our universe, just a pure life source, the existence of existing? Like, there's not a point where we could have been non-creating. And then, like, the Big Bang Theory, bro.
Wait, so if there was never a point where we were not creating, then why didn't creation happen already?
Why was there a point when we were not creating? Why didn't creation happen already?
Yep. Yeah, if there's no time, then why didn't it happen already?
Yeah, it was just raw energy, bro. It's like, that's like back to my point.
That's not a yes or no question.
It's back to my point of evolution. Like, it just keeps going back until
I
it's
think you're a bit. Wait. Do you even know what the question was?
No, I'm gonna be honest. No, can you repeat it?
Yeah, gotcha. Wait, so to be clear, you're answering questions that you don't even know. So maybe slow down a bit so we can say things that are coherent. So, why, if time doesn't exist and creation happened, why didn't creation already occur?
Question. Slow down, please.
Can you cut out?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah. So, if time didn't exist but creation occurred, the creation of time occurred. Why didn't the creation of time already happen? Why was there ever? How could there ever be a point where creation wasn't happening?
Dude, bro, I'm actually being serious. Can you repeat that one more time for me?
Okay.
I'm
How
trying
is
to
it
follow along.
possible
It's a deep
that you can? How is it possible to go from not creating to creating without time?
That's the lifelong question that humans
You
don't
have no
really
answer.
know.
You have no
answer. Exactly, bro. You're exactly right.
So my answer is pretty straightforward. It's not possible. That's nonsense.
Okay, but that you don't know that. That's just your opinion.
No, that is like verifiable. So if we understand time to just be the sequence of events, this is an event that happened, which means that it must exist in time.
You think like random logical points you're making about Casper the Ghost are factual about the existence of
I
universe?
think that it tears your position directly in half. Yeah.
Bro, you're saying it's impossible for a non-creating universe to turn into a creating one.
I have no. What do you mean non-creating universe?
That's what we're talking about, right? Like,
Wait. What do you? Can you just define? What do you mean by non-creating? I think that the universe has always existed and that it's always been changing.
yes, I've said it many times, as a non-creating universe would just be pure raw energy, like almost like a nuclear fission machine, but it's like it's like you take out the machine part of it.
That means nothing to me. Wait, can you even give a definition of energy? I think that you have like fundamentally, foundationally no idea what you're talking about.
About energy?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? Define energy?
Yeah, give me a definition.
There's many different kinds of energy.
Yeah, whatever you're talking about, give me the
My
definition of energy.
So there's like raw atoms, like how molecules interact in like.
Do you think atoms are energy?
That's the purest form.
Do you think atoms are energy?
Atoms, I think, yeah, they're
Okay, yeah, so you just have no idea what you're talking about. So energy is a property of atoms that causes them to have vector-like behaviors. So I just don't even know how you're going to base your entire argument around energy when you seem to not know like the basic facts about energy.
So I'm talking about the source of the universe, bro. Like evolution, bro. This is what I said at the beginning. Back to evolution.
And what's the argument for why the universe has a source?
Because it exists. What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah,
Why-
wait. What's the source of the source?
Bro, that's my point. You just said you don't have an answer. Earlier you told me you don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. I
Wait,
don't
which
think
thing did I
anyone
tell
on
you that
this
I don't have an
planet-
answer for?
I don't think anyone on this planet has much of an answer. We haven't figured it out, bro.
Wait. So I don't have an answer for this question because I reject the question. The universe doesn't have a source. There's no source to the universe. Whereas you have, so you say that everything has a source, that if it existed as a source, so what's the source of the source?
So, dude, you're telling me you believe in infinity.
Wait. I'm not gonna let you get away from this. What's the source of the source?
The source of the source. Exactly my point. I think it goes to a
Saying
God.
exactly my point when you're getting torn in half isn't a good look for you. So just concede that you have no idea, that you can't account for this.
Bro, I'm literally conceding that to you. Again, I will tell
Gotcha,
you, I
perfect.
don't know the answer of the source
Okay.
of the universe. I'm sorry, bro. I don't think anyone does. I don't think you know
The universe
source.
doesn't have a source.
We're just speculating here, and we're asking
No,
why
we're not.
God
That's
isn't
just a
real.
scientific fact.
We're talking about a God. What is a God to the average person on this planet? A lot of them find that God exists. They do find a true God, and they live happy, and they find signs that God exists, and they are convinced that God exists. So to say that,
Yeah, that's really nice. That's nice cope. They can be as happy as they want with their imaginary friends. That's not really a claim that I'm interested in.
So imaginary friends, bro, like,
yes,
it's funny and it's kind of true, but it's like that doesn't degrade the fact that God could be real if he's using, characters within your life, bro. Like, think if the spiritual life is real and we have eternal life, we see Earth as a playground. We see Earth as a blessing. We are here for an experience. If God is real and we have eternal life, we are here just to experience Earth and just try to experience, right? Basically,
that's so cool. Wait, so what's the evidence that any of that's true?
Bro, I don't know the evidence into the existence
Oh,
of God.
gotcha. So you have no evidence for the existence of God.
That's why we're talking about the source of the universe, bro, because I believe it all relates. I believe the source of the universe, like you said, what's the source of the source? God.
So-
I think there is an energy that is just so pure, and it's the existence. And if you
What's the source of God?
to that, if you can gravitate, meditate, if you can read
What's the source of God?
scripture, if you can read good scripture about love,
What's
and
the
peace,
source of God?
it's
What's
just-
God's source?
bro, it's just basically like acceptance that we're existing, bro. You have to.
And what's
understand-
the source of acceptance that we're existing?
You
And how
wouldn't know
how
because
does
you haven't
how does
found
acceptance
God.
that we're existing create God?
You wouldn't know because you haven't found God.
You
That's
have.
exactly
It
what
seems
I'm
like
saying.
you don't know either. Maybe you can.
I
Maybe
do
wait.
know. I
Maybe you
have
should. Maybe you
acceptance.
should go
I have
ahead
it.
because
That's the
so
whole-
it
that's the
seems
whole
like you just don't have an
concept of
answer.
faith. That's the whole concept of faith, right? Not having 100% verifiable evidence.
Did you just like tag out for your
I didn't
other
tag-
friend?
hold on.
I'm not tagging in. I was just listening, and I'm getting ready for work. You guys are having an interesting discussion.
We talk about this all the time, so he's been
Listen,
listening.
Okay.
atheists
Yeah,
have
you should
more
tag
of a
out,
burden
yeah.
of proof than Christians. I'm agnostic, but
That's
I,
the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
no, you can't disprove or prove God's existence.
No, you can.
How?
It's pretty
Tell
easy
me.
actually.
Dude, you've
Yeah.
contradicted
So
yourself with your logic this whole argument. You've said a
wait. Would you
non-creating
wait?
universe
Do you know what epistemology
Can I
is?
get a
Do you know what the
epistemology
theory
is
of
the study of
knowledge is?
knowledge. Wait, can you tell me what?
100%.
Wait. I don't think.
can't
Wait, buddy.
100% prove
Wait,
it.
little bro. I don't think you want to do the like philosophy knowledge check with me. You'll get bodied every single time. But because you asked me what epistemology is, because we're just trying to like flex our philosophical knowledge. Do you know what phenomenal conservatism is? Do you know what modal realism is? Silence. Do you know what threshold deontology is? Silence. I don't know why you would ever want to try running that. Do you know what epistemology is? LOL. You're muted, by the way. I don't know if you know this. Bro's like crying in the corner or something.
Bro, I had no idea I was on mute, bro. My bad.
Yeah. So that's like so nice. So
You want to keep talking to my friend? What do you think about what he said?
I didn't hear him. He was muted.
All I'm saying is you
What's your
can't
main point?
100% prove either side.
Yes, you can easily.
Okay, so how do you prove that God isn't real?
Yeah, so you prove that God isn't real just through logic. So if God exists and he's perfect and he designed the universe, I don't know why you're laughing, you're getting torn in half right now. If God exists and he's perfect and he created the universe, then we would expect the natural laws of our universe to be perfect. The natural laws of our universe are not perfect. We have a sun that gives us
Says who?
cancer. We have an earth that does earthquakes.
Says Ian on TikTok?
Yes.
You're
Wait,
the
do you
decider?
think cancer is good? Do you think kids dying of cancer is good?
Bro, it's just life.
Is kids dying of cancer perfect?
Sickness is something we have to figure out. And let's
Is
say we
kids dying of cancer perfect? Would it be better if
Obviously
kids
not.
didn't die of cancer?
Obviously, we don't want kids dying of cancer.
Yeah, so then it's not perfect. So that means that God couldn't have created it because if he did, he would have created the natural laws perfectly.
so smart. Cancer is not perfect. That was such a logical statement. You're so intelligent, bro. Cancer not
Thank you.
perfect. Cancer
Crazy
not
close.
perfect. I hope everyone learned something today, bro.
Yeah.
Cancer not perfect. Everyone,
Yep.
PayPal
Banger.
Ian for teaching us that cancer is not perfect.
Banger.
Okay, great, bro. So cancer is not perfect. We live in a world with sickness, right? So let's say we develop to even more intelligent being as a species, okay? You know, the year is 5,000. We're year 5,000. We're on a bunch of different planets, and we've cured cancer. We are living, our age is now 500. We found ways to connect to our higher self through meditation, through technology, and we are just so tapped in, and we're living to age 500, and we cured cancer. Wouldn't we be able to look back at those first million years of our existence, whatever it may be, first 1,000 years of our existence, and say, hey, yeah, that was obviously a terrible part of us, but as a species, we are perfect. Look how we have molded to this existence in the universe.
Yeah, wait, do you know who doesn't get to do that?
Maybe do you not believe
Wait. I got a quick question about that scenario because I just want to know, do you know who doesn't get to do that? All the
doesn't
kids
get
who
to do
died
what?
of cancer. So, no, I think that cancer not existing is clearly superior to cancer existing, that you can celebrate other accomplishments.
So in the realm
Princess,
of God
thank you so
existing-
much for the $6.66 on Cash App. Hail, Princess. Hail, 666. Hail, Satan. I appreciate it. W, Princess, in that comment
What
section.
the
Thank you so
fuck?
much.
L Princess in the comment section.
Yeah, hail. Yep. Indeed.
What were we talking about, bro? I had a good point.
Yeah, just how cancer isn't perfect, and this is going to be contradictory if you agree that cancer isn't perfect. If God had to actualize
got it.
the most perfect set of natural laws, then he did not do that, which means that God doesn't exist.
Okay, here's my argument, bro, and I'm not saying I would 100% believe this, right? But I am coming from the point of religion. And if God is real and the Bible and the books of Scripture all point towards eternal life, then like I said, and the point I made earlier about living here just for the experience, right? So we're here for the experience, assume that is true. We're here because we have eternal life and we're here for an experience. Assuming that is true, then maybe God is giving someone a life of existing with cancer. Like you said, it's a very imperfect situation. This kid has cancer, he lives a terrible life. But in eternal life, maybe he has a specific role as an angel, right? Like I said, I'm not saying I believe this is exactly how it is, but coming from a religious perspective, that kid would be an angel because he experienced something on this earth. And then in his eternal life, he's perfectly good. The trauma is gone. The stress is gone. God heals this kid. He is perfectly healed. And now he has a unique perspective where he's welcoming people into heaven with his different perspective. And everyone is living from their unique perspective because in a timeless heaven, it's like you're gonna have your own identity, like, but it's just the stress will be gone. Yeah.
So you're saying that kids with cancer are lucky to get such a unique perspective? Or is your position that all the suffering that we endure in this world is literally just to give us a perspective? If that's true, then why don't you like staple your nutsack right now to enjoy the perspective in the afterlife of having an unstapled nutsack?
What?
Because you're saying that the suffering that we endure actually allows us to better enjoy heaven. So why don't you bring a lot more suffering into your life?
Better enjoy. I never said better enjoy.
Oh, so then if it doesn't help you better enjoy it, then why the fuck does God kill people with cancer?
Like I said, bro, in the books of religion, in Scripture, the logical point to be made from that would be that everyone takes their experience with them into eternal life in heaven, where there is no pain, no suffering, and no trauma. So it attributes, you take your experience with you. Eternal life doesn't mean like we're all just timeless energy again, right? Like, I mean, it kind of does. But I mean, like, bro, you know, like to say ghosts doesn't exist, to say like spirits don't exist.
Wait, so would the kid have a unique perspective that he brings into heaven even if he didn't die of cancer? Would he still have that unique perspective?
If he didn't die of cancer, obviously he would not have the perspective of dying from cancer.
Yeah, no, but would he have like a different unique perspective that he brings into heaven if he didn't die of cancer?
Yes, everyone has their own unique
Gotcha. So then him dying of cancer was irrelevant for giving him a unique perspective and experience, that he could have had a unique experience without dying of cancer. So why would God kill anybody of cancer?
Bro, how do unique things exist? How do unique things exist? Because a bunch of different perspectives exist. So yeah, one of them in this situation could have been kid cancer. Unfortunate. But yeah, you're right. If God gave him a different situation, that happens to a lot of people. You know, like a lot of humans are obviously not diagnosed with cancer. So, I mean, I don't know.
So then the cancer's irrelevant.
Cancer is irrelevant? You're the one that brought it up.
Well, yeah, wait. So the cancer doesn't allow you to gain a new experience. So your explanation is nonsense.
Cancer isn't. What do you mean cancer doesn't give you an experience? That is.
Yeah, wait, but you'd have an experience without cancer. And if you're a kid and you die of cancer at the age of 6, then you lose out on 74 years of experience.
Bro, so like, dude, I'm gonna bring up, like, it's good to talk about shit you see on the internet, right? In front of an audience, so we can clarify what's going on here. There was a kid, right? And this relates to the topic. I saw an article where some kid, he was dying young or whatever. He was in a tragic accident. Dude, this was probably fake. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't look into this, so no one take this to be true. But basically, some kid was about to die, and he's like, calling out for Jesus or whatever, right? And he had this internal belief in Jesus, like a very deep belief in Jesus. So if the Christian faith and all these faiths are true, where it's like if faith contributes to your eternal life, yeah, a kid with cancer who dies at age 7, it's unfortunate. But now what you're doing is you're claiming your basic logical point behind that is that life itself is good, right? You're saying that kid, if he lived, it would have been better. So let's dive into that claim, because you're adding value to just
kids dying is bad, actually. Yeah.
So
Another Ian from TikTok banger, certified Ian from TikTok classic. Kids dying is bad, in fact.
Yes, exactly. Like I said, we're trying to point to the source of your faith and your ideology and morality, right? We're talking about God, bro. So when you talk about kids with cancer, it makes a great point because we can connect it to source. So, I mean, dude, I don't know, bro. I lose my train of thought.
Yeah, we can tell you've been rambling this entire time. You're a rambling man, but that's enough chitter chatter out of you. Do you think that the kid who dies of cancer would prefer to die of cancer or to live a full life? Which one do you think brings them more experience?
Experience is a very tough word there. Because because let's say a kid who lives to about 11 years old has cancer, and he's battling cancer from like age 5, right? So he's battling it most of his life. That you're asking if a normal human who lives to be 85, what if they live a pretty boring life, and like their experience is great, you're experiencing more years, like it would be very hard for this to happen. I like in terms of ranking experience, right? Like we're trying to you can't really do this. Like you can't, like only a God could actually look at two people's experience and compare them of existence. Like like, I don't know, bro. But a kid with cancer, that's an experience, is my point. So if you live a life as a kid from 0 to 11 with cancer, think about the perspective that human being, that life has on existence. They know from birth, like, think about this, bro. And I'm in no way am I justifying it for being good, but like, we're talking about the perspective. If eternal life is real and this kid becomes an angel, right?
Yeah, well, okay, but why the fuck? So if we agree that this perspective is not necessarily good, then why would God give it to them? Why wouldn't he just give them? Because I would say that experience is
Don't
good,
question
that not
God.
dying at the age of 6 is good. I think that all of these things are good. So why would God give them this experience and then kill them instead of giving them like a full life? What good possibly comes out of that? In what way is that perfect?
You know what I learned, bro, is when you really try to ask that question, it's very hard to find an answer.
Okay, I have an even better question that you'll have no answer for. So there's a syndrome called Lesch-Nyhan syndrome, causes 2-year-olds to compulsively gouge their own eyes out. What's the good in that?
There's a syndrome called little dick syndrome, and you got it.
Oh, got him! Waka waka! Oh my god. There's a syndrome called no argument disorder, and I have horrible news for you.
Disorder? I barely know her.
This guy's a riot.
I'm gonna let another guest come on here, bro. I've appreciated the conversation.
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Hey, make sure you double tap it on that screen sharing it with your friends. Pax, thank you so much for the $4 on Cash App, and Ethan, thank you so much for the $5 on Cash App. Big W Pax in that comment section. Big W Ethan in that comment section. I appreciate it. This is the last time I buy these like little fucking markers because I swear to God, all of these have only lasted me like 2 hours. These are so bad. In before swear to who? Okay, next guest. But if you're in that guest request box, make sure you believe in the God of the Bible, Torah, or Quran, and you have an argument which does not involve personal experience. What's up? How's it going?
Hi.
You're not 18 or older. You gotta be 18 or older. If you want to support the stream, Venmo's allegedly -Ian, and the Cash App is just allegedly Ian. If you never want to miss a stream in the future, drop a follow. What's up, Greg? How's it going, Greg? What's up, Greg?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, cool. So, I guess what
I can't hear you anymore. Oh, wait. Fuck Jerry Hanks in the comment section. You have very little knowledge on this topic. Well, Jerry Hanks, you're welcome to come on up if I have such little knowledge of this topic, and we can discuss that. I'd be happy to discuss my knowledge on this topic, and we can examine your knowledge on this topic, Jerry Hanks. But I imagine what's going to happen is that you're going to pipe down. Hey, what's up? How's it going? How old are you?
I'm 65.
Yeah. And what religion do you believe in?
I believe the Bible to be true. I study the Bible myself. I have no attached religion to myself.
All right, Jerry. Let's see how much knowledge you have.
All right.
If the flood happened, how did the kangaroos get to Australia?
What I'm saying is you're missing the entire point. You try and pick out little specific things inside.
Do you think the flood happened, Jerry?
I do.
Oh, so if the flood happened, how did the kangaroos get to Australia?
But does it even matter?
Yeah, it does.
You need to look at the bigger picture.
So this is the difference between the Bible containing lies and the Bible not containing lies. So I can ask you a third time if you don't remember the question.
Well, you know what? That I can't answer that.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
So it seems like you don't have very much knowledge at all.
Well, not about the migration patterns of kangaroos. No.
Yeah. Do you think they migrate through water? Do you think they hop across the sea?
But what does this have to do with God being real?
Because then if the flood didn't happen, then that means that the Bible contains falsehoods.
Well, there's lots of evidence that the flood did happen.
Such as?
Scientific evidence of seafood deposits over the entire earth on top of mountains where
Yeah.
there's no water. I mean, they know
Wait, are you interested in why that happened? So,
the flood.
oh, not the flood. So that happens because the way mountains form is by tectonic plates pushing against each other. That's just logical and natural that it would be that way.
Every old civilization on the planet talked about a flood.
How would they talk
mean,
about the flood if the flood killed all of them?
well, there were people after the flood.
Yeah. Wait, and where do these people come from?
Well, they came from Adam and Eve, Noah and his family. See,
Yeah,
now,
so you think that
the
they all came
problem is-
from Noah and his family. So
problem is
you think that
don't see
all
this
of the
little-
people who wrote about it came from Noah and his family?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Wait, so you think that they would all be related?
Yes.
Okay. So which let's go through these specific examples. So who are the people who claim that a flood happened?
Well,
You have no idea.
yeah, I do know. I mean, it's in the Bible. The flood happened. It's in the Egyptian record. It's in
Yeah,
Mesopotamia.
let's look at
It's
the
every-
Egyptian records.
It's in everyone's record.
Okay, yeah. So Egypt, great
But
flood
what I'm saying is
kills
you're missing
everything.
the point.
No, the ancient Egyptians did not have any accounts of this, according to like list of flood myths Wikipedia. Like,
Yeah, well, Wikipedia is not a reliable source.
Wikipedia is actually on the same level of reliability as Encyclopedia Britannica.
Which is not also is
So-
not. I mean, come on.
Okay.
anybody
Oh
can-
wait. So this is perfect. They cite a source. This comes to you from Worldwide Waters, Laurasian Flood Myths and Their Connections by Logan McDonald from georgiasouthern.edu.
So your whole defense is because you don't think the flood was real, God can't exist.
That because because you can't
that's-
defend the flood. Have you
that's-
noticed your like complete inability to defend the idea that a global flood happened?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't because I can't. I mean, I could go look it up and come back and give you the examples, but I don't have that off the top of my head.
Yeah, please.
And then
Cyber,
what-
thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. Big W, Cyber. I appreciate that.
And then, like I said, you're missing the entire point. I mean, you're nitpicking all these little details, which really has nothing to do with what the
Gotcha.
Bible talks about.
Gotcha. So we can move on to what you want to talk about, acknowledging that you had literally no explanation or defense for the flood. All right, what do you want to talk about next?
No, I don't. Not off the top of my head. I don't know.
Yep.
You know, and I don't want to say something that's not true. I can look it up and then like tell you, but I can't do that off the top of my head. But
Yep.
why so you read the Bible and you don't believe the Bible's true?
That's
Why?
correct.
Because why?
Oh, because God's a sick fuck. The God of the Bible is super evil.
Evil.
He says that it's okay to own people as farming equipment. He kills kids over and over and over again, from the bears and kings to the Canaanites to the Amalekites. He says that you should beat your kids like 5 different times in Proverbs.
He's not the one that introduced sin into this world, though.
Oh, well, do you have any evidence that that actually happened? Also,
well-
he was the one who commanded for bears to kill kids and for the Israelites to kill the Amalekites' kids and
you have
for
any proof
the
that
Israelites to
that
kill the Canaanites' kids. So he was
You have-
the one who did this.
So you're going to use the Bible to defend yourself?
Yo, I'm pointing out the contradictions in the Bible. You asked me why I don't believe in the Bible. It's because the God of the Bible is morally perfect. Supposedly, he's claimed to be morally perfect, and then goes around being a sick fuck. So that's how I
Okay, well,
determine that the
since-
Bible isn't true.
Since you don't believe that that's true, why would you use it to defend your position?
So it's called an internal critique. We're presupposing that your worldview is correct, that the things you believe are true, and then we're finding contradictions that you think God is both morally perfect, but also said that slavery is fine.
You have to look at the bigger picture, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, what's the bigger picture when God said slavery is fine?
Well, what was God's original intention for creating the world? And putting man, Adam and Eve on it.
Why didn't God say? Well, I don't think this happened, but why did God say you can own slaves when He could have said thou shalt not own slaves? Why would God do that?
Well, God does a lot of things that we can't answer because we don't have His knowledge.
Gotcha. You have no idea. Do you think slavery is always
Yes,
evil?
I do. I just told you. I said we have limited knowledge, so you can't understand everything that God knows.
Do you think that saying it's okay to do slavery is wrong?
Do I think saying it's okay to do slavery is wrong?
Yeah. Do you think allowing slavery, that giving like your express verbal consent to people to do slavery, do you think that's wrong?
Who's saying telling anybody to do slavery?
God.
He didn't. What, a lot, thousands of years ago? But not now.
Wait. Wait. Can you give me the verse where He says thou shalt not own slaves?
No, I can't.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it doesn't exist. So God did say that you can own slaves, and He never said that you can't own slaves.
So you're saying that the Bible's true because God...
No, I'm saying the Bible's not true because God's a moral monster.
Why are you using the Bible to make your point?
I already explained this to you. I'm just pointing out the contradictions in the Bible.
What?
The Bible's not true because it has these contradictions.
If it's not true, why would you use it to defend your position?
Because I'm just pointing out the contradictions in the Bible.
Okay, so the Bible has contradictions. Okay.
Yes.
So it's not true. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me why God isn't real not using that book because it's not true.
Oh, well, yeah, because that your evidence is that God is real based on the Bible. Can you prove that the God of the Bible is true without the Bible?
No, without using personal experience, no.
Okay. That's like super. I mean, I totally could do that. But I just want to point out you're conceding that the Bible is contradictory, which is fine. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your book is nonsense. But the way I know that God doesn't exist is because if God did exist and He's perfect, then our anatomy would not contain design flaws. But our anatomy does have design flaws, which means that God can't be the perfect person who created our anatomy.
Well, and what I'm saying is you have limited knowledge compared to God. So there's no way that you can even question His motives because it's like you looking at an anthill, right? The ants, they can't possibly understand what you know.
Well, I know basic things, right? Let's say that we had like the best. Let's say that we had the best chef. Somebody told me like this is the best chef in all of existence. Yeehaw! Thank you so much, Chandler. Like a perfect chef. Yeehaw! Thank you so much, Chandler. Now, let's say that you've been told it's the best chef, perfect chef. There couldn't possibly be a better chef. And then this chef starts like taking a shit in your souffle. You're gonna intuitively think that that's not true. That this chef is not the best chef. That's because even if someone is like the best, the perfect, like way above you, that doesn't mean that your basic knowledge of a subject goes like completely out the window. You can still have basic intuitions, i.e. the fact that God is saying that slavery is okay, even if God is like way above me, means that God is wrong and sick. Then no amount of like higher knowledge is going to change that.
Well, you don't know that because you don't have that knowledge.
Wait, so would you, if somebody told you that this was like the best chef in the world, and then this chef started like shitting in the souffle, would you eat that souffle?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't believe what someone told me. I'd want to find out for myself. Why would I believe what someone tells me?
Because there's a Bronze Age fairy tale that says that this is the best chef. The fairy tale contradicts itself multiple times.
That means nothing.
It does mean nothing. It does mean nothing. Yes.
So what's the point? What's your point?
Yeah. So the Bible means nothing.
Then you should stop using it to defend your position.
As long as you still believe in it, I'm going to keep using it because it's what you believe.
Okay. Okay, but I just
Tracy, thank you so much for the $6.66 on Venmo. Hail, Tracy. Hail, 666. Hail, Satan. I appreciate that, Tracy. That's a really nice comment. Appreciate you. I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you so much. Is that a Sam raid? W Sam in the comment section. Appreciate you.
I just guess I don't understand why you use something that you don't believe as your basis for your belief.
Yeah, I've explained this to you multiple times, so I'll try to explain this one more time.
Yeah, it's like a double negative or whatever.
So it's an internal critique. What it is, it's a proof by contradiction. We presuppose the truth of the Bible and then find contradictions within the Bible. That's how a proof by contradiction works.
All right, I understand. So now, so your whole the way that you're understanding it is, or the way that you're using it is not. I don't think it's right.
That's which part of that do you reject?
Say it again. Just say that. Say that again.
Which part of that? So do you reject my description of an internal critique on what basis?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Gotcha. Wait. So what do you think an internal critique is?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Gotcha. So if you don't know what an internal critique is, how are you going to say that mine doesn't make sense?
The same way you could say that the words in the Bible I'm going to use to defend my position, even though they're not true, and I don't know them to be true. Same thing.
That's just a description of what an internal critique is.
Is what I just said?
No, I mean not really. I was only half listening. Do you want to say that one more time?
Only half listening.
Yeah, I was only half listening.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess let me ask. Can I ask you a question? Why did you do this? What you do on this?
Oh, because it's true, and you should say it. You should say true things. Saying true things is good, in fact.
So true. Period.
Okay. As things you think to be true, right? I get it. You should say them.
Things that are true.
Well, I mean, you can say that you're true based upon your knowledge, but someone else who has more knowledge or different knowledge can think that that's not true.
Do you have evidence to the contrary?
Yeah, I'm also wondering.
I don't have evidence, no.
Okay. So we have evidence that God isn't real. We have lots of evidence. It's just like a cumulative case. Like you just look at all the horrors in the world. Look at the earthquakes. You look at the kids with cancer. Look at you look at the inhospitable environment. You look at the fact that the sun gives you cancer.
Because you don't understand the entire Bible. We're in a period now. The Bible is goes over many from the beginning of creation till the end. So we're near the end of this story in the Bible, but since you don't believe what it says, then you don't know the story, I guess.
Yeah, wait, and you also can't cite the Bible because you've conceded that the Bible is contradictory. If the Bible's contradictory, means it's not true.
Well, it's just a history book. It's just reporting what happened.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
That's not true.
How could
it talks about fucking unicorns.
Okay, I know. It's a history book, right?
How can a history book report contradictions? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of animals that existed that we don't know about. So, unicorn, I don't know.
So wait. So you do believe in unicorns?
I didn't say that.
What the fuck?
Well, I believe in dinosaurs, and you can't see them either.
We have fossils to prove that they existed.
Yeah, they got fossils of unicorns too.
On God,
no,
where they at? Where they at? Please.
You just haven't seen them.
Then show us. We're so eager to look at them. I want to see some. Listen, I want to see some unicorn bones. I'm down to look at some unicorn bones. Can we please see them? I bet they sparkly as fuck too. Come on.
True. I bet they're.
What? Search on the internet. I'm sure you can find them.
You want me to type unicorn bones and hit enter, and you think that's
on
reliable?
the internet of all places?
That's not.
Type proof of unicorns.
Wait, would you be willing to do an experiment for us by turning safe search off, going to images, and then typing unicorn bones?
Okay, you want me? Yeah, I'll do it.
Thank you for the $6.66 cipher.
What's wait. Oh wait, there's I think you want to include in that search to get like the most accurate results, like scientifically, it's important to include the term Rule 34. It's like a scientific rule that dictates like fossils specifically. So you want to make sure you include Rule 34.
Well, whose rule is that?
Well, that's just like the Paleontologist
it's
Society.
it's related to carbon dating.
I don't
worry.
believe anything they tell me. I have to do this on my own. I can't believe someone
Well,
else.
yeah, I mean, you can, but if you want like the more accurate results, you're gonna want to add Rule 34 to the criteria.
Yeah,
What?
it's a really reliable
Just like
carbon
me
dating.
saying- That's
No, but
just
hold
like
on.
me saying if you want more accurate
No,
information,
but-
you need to study the Bible harder.
No, but
and
Jerry,
actually
like
understand what
when it
it's trying
comes to
say.
the most reliable version of carbon dating we have is under Rule 34. So if you type in Rule 34, you'll get the most accurate carbon dating. That's we're just trying to like narrow it down for you so you don't have to look through everything.
Carbon dating has lots of flaws in it.
Yeah, of course, which is why we want you to have the most accurate version of it. If there's a particular kind of dating that you'd prefer, that's fine, but I think you should start there.
Yeah, it's for like carbon 34 fossils.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me just see what I can do first.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of unicorn. There's a lot of unicorn bones. I don't know if any of them are real, but
Yeah, that's why you need to add like the Rule 34 to get the most accurate results.
okay. I'll just do that just because you want me to. Do you Rule 34?
Yep.
Okay. This came up with images
Yeah.
of unicorn bones.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Did it?
Yeah, here's one. Here's proof of unicorn bones from 2020.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pictures of unicorn bones on here.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we told you.
I put it in Rule 34.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what am I supposed to be seeing?
Are there any like particular articles that you're
Oh, you said images. I just looked at images. I
Oh,
can-
what are you seeing on the images?
unicorn bones.
Okay.
No, you're
maybe
not.
like
Standing
maybe
in a building.
maybe like get rid of the word bones. Because the Rule 34 is already
That's what we're
implying the
talking
carbon
about.
dating part.
Well, we're talking
So-
about unicorn bones.
No, yeah, I know, but the carbon dating part is already
Okay, so it's on
implied.
Unicorn bones.
It's but
Yeah,
the Rule
that makes
34 is already implied via the Rule 34
Oh
part. so
wait,
maybe
you know
if
what's
just-
restricting it? I think I'm pretty sure they added to Safe Search that it filters out like the carbon 34 stuff. So I think you need to turn your Safe Search off to get like the most accurate results.
My safe search is off.
Okay.
Let me just go to the website instead of just images.
Okay.
Lovely. Yeah.
Okay, it's talking about images of unicorn bones, Rule 34.
Her.
Yeah. What's the website?
Says Rule 34.xxx.
Yeah, you
Okay.
seen lots of bones?
Oh, on that website? Let me see.
Yeah, I hear so .xxx, that's just like for the Paleontology Society. God, I struggle with that word.
So what does that mean?
Well, paleontologists are the ones that they excavate and they study things, you know?
Yeah? They
Yeah.
got bones?
Mm-hmm. Lots of them.
Still don't understand what I'm looking for.
Well, did you click the link?
Yeah, it won't go to it for some reason.
Oh, you must have like parental controls on.
Yeah.
Parental controls auto filters paleontology websites for some reason. I just don't get it.
Me neither. Maybe they don't think the general public is ready for that kind of information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. They're always censoring like the truth, and it just makes me upset.
Honestly,
I think you're just going off on a side tangent about unicorns that has really nothing to do with the big picture of what of God being real or not.
Well, I think that if you actually followed the thank you so much. But if you actually followed the unicorn route to its end, I think you'd see quite a few big pictures.
Okay, so I see pictures of unicorns, but that doesn't prove anything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Right?
it's fine.
It doesn't
it's fine.
Yeah.
So, what's the big picture? What's the evidence for this? AG, thank you so much for the glowing jellyfish. Appreciate you.
There's not physical evidence.
Okay. So, do you have anything else?
No, I don't. There's only knowledge. I mean, the more
Okay.
knowledge you have,
Yeah.
the more
I
you'll
appreciate you coming on up. You should definitely keep on trying to look into like Rule 34, and especially if you have like any other inquiries about like animal fossils in the future. Rule 34 is like it's just an amazing way to find
Try
various
typing
fossils.
in MLP next to it.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
the Midwestern League of Paleontologists.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really credible source. Yeah.
Especially because like the states in the Midwest are usually swing, so you get information from the left and the right, or like
Mhm.
centrist. So we think that's pretty reliable if you don't want to be on like
Rule 34
liberal
doesn't
sites
have
and stuff.
doesn't have anything to do about bones.
What do you mean?
Rule 34 talks about
What- what-
little. I put that MLP in, like you said, right?
Yeah.
In a sense, it does.
Little ponies or whatever. Little pony
Yeah.
business.
What are they? Yeah. What are they? We were talking about unicorns. What are they doing?
It has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
What does that have to do with?
Wait, does it not? It's the Midwestern League of Paleontologists. I'm confused.
Well, no, you're confused, all right.
About?
You guys are just so dumb.
What are we missing?
You know what you're doing.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
I have no
Dustin,
idea
thank
what
you
you're
so much for the
referring to.
$5 on Cash App. Big W, Dustin, in that comment section. I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you.
Oh, why would you do something like that?
It's funny.
That's really loud.
That was the most drawn out troll I've ever been a part of in my
God.
life.
I thought I was gonna crack, to be honest.
Well, at least I got you guys to laugh.
Yeah, you brought lots of joy to us, Jerry.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
what I tried to
Indeed.
do. That's what I tried
Yeah.
to do.
Well, you achieved your goal.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else for us, Jerry?
I do not.
Well, appreciate you
Well,
coming
I
on up
think
here.
you should type more keywords next to Rule 34, and I hope you
True,
enjoy the
you
rest of your
should.
day.
You
Can you just tell
should.
me what it is?
You'll find out eventually. Bye, Jerry.
Why don't you just explain it to me?
Bye, Jerry.
We already explained it to you. It has to do with paleontology and the
Bye-bye,
Bible and how to pray and how to get into heaven.
Exactly.
It has to do with like why God is real. You just gotta make sure you keep on looking into Rule 34, specifically on the images tab.
I have a proposition for you, Ian.
Yeah, what's up?
So, well, first of all, hi, long time no see.
Hey, long time no see. What's up?
Secondly, remember that one time you were like, we, and by we I mean you, me, and AG should do a lesbian topic?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so like, what if hypothetically, like theoretically, like in a different universe, you hit a restart, and instead of the topic having God, it said like lesbian or something along those lines, and then like you brought up me and AG, and then we all, in like a hypothetical sense, discuss the lesbian topic.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like fun. Yeah, nobody else is live right now, so it should be. All right, I'll see you all just here in a